from Biafrans Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no wrong for them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I got that day. Remember when me tell you say I got that day. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. Like a papa nuku, but then they were going to tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro, me tell you what I day. For me, the brother, the rest of man, I tell you what I am. Me never give up, me tell them
I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra.
I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans and for freedom had to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, you'll never be apart. They fought for our freedom. They died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front. Without food, without guns. For our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now, if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart. Forever, 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 and never, and never, and never.
We serve in your plantation. And the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We play in our history that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Iwata massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in our heart, we bleeding inside, tears in our eyes for our fallen heroes.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a gas, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They paid the ultimate price. They died for the freedom of unborn child. We live for the legacy.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes.
free. March on, cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah, you know what it is.
I'm looking at myself.
We must revenge, and we must stand to represent who we are.
Oh, Mama Biafra, where you dey? We dey wait for you to come our way. Simon Ekpa, you dey fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want am strong. We Simon Ekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Freedom now before it's too late. In unity we go dey strive. Fight for freedom, we go alive. With courage and strength we dey fight. Mama Biafra, our guiding light. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. With Simon Ekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, I call no doubt. Enemies close but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall.
Agitate for Biafra, my right to agitate, my right. They done this from yesterday now to terrorism.
Breaking news reaching us now. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has been arrested, extradited to Nigeria, and is right now being arraigned at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Kanu is facing charges bordering on treasonable felony instituted against him at the Federal High Court.
It was an unjust war.
Long ago, In the heart of Biafra, a nation was born from the ashes of war. A war that scarred the land and its people, yet it never killed the spirit of freedom.
The war aim of Biafra is purely to prevent ourselves being slaughtered, nothing more.
It was in this land, scarred by conflict, that Nnamdi Kanu was born, a son destined to revive the dream of independence for Biafra.
And if anybody is going to judge our success and failure in this war, it will have to depend on how much we have prevented the enemy from killing us.
Raised with the echoes of his ancestors' struggles, Kanu understood that the wounds of war ran deep in the hearts of his people. The scars from the Biafran War, which ravaged the land and cost countless lives, had never healed. The dream of an independent Biafra, broken but not forgotten, lived on in the hearts of those who survived. It was these voices, these memories, that called him to action. As Nnamdi Kanu grew, so did his voice. He became a preacher of justice, a messenger for those who were unheard. He spoke not just for his generation, but for all those whose lives were shattered by the war. The pain of the past was alive within him, and his words resonated with the cries of the oppressed. But as Kanu's message spread, so did the fear of the establishment. His calls for self-determination grew louder, shaking the very foundations of the government. They feared the revival of a Biafran spirit, one that could awaken the wounds of the past and ignite a new conflict. And so, they moved against him. Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, his body captured, but his spirit unbroken. The authorities believed that imprisoning him would extinguish the fire he had started. But they failed to understand the depths of his cause. The pain of the war, the bloodshed of the past, was not something easily forgotten. It was a flame that could never be fully extinguished. His arrest became a symbol of the struggle that began in the blood-soaked fields of the Biafran War. The demand for freedom was still alive. The fight for justice continued, not just for Nnamdi Kanu, but for all the lives lost, for all the children born into a world of scars. The fight for Biafra is not just his fight. It is the fight of all those who have ever dreamed of a free land. And though the past may haunt the present, the future is still unwritten. As long as the story of Nnamdi Kanu is told, As long as the voices of his people rise, the dream of Biafra lives on. Arrested again, 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 and yet again.
I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra, my right to agitate, my right. They turned it from listable felony now to terrorism.
This is Nnamdi Kanu speaking. Biafra land, listen. They thought they could silence me, but they didn't just cage me. They caged your spirit. They made you forget that our land still bleeds, that our people still suffer, that nothing has changed. 5 years in chains. But what about you? Are you not free? Or have they bound your voice with fear? The struggle was never about me, it was about you, your children, your land, your future. So I ask you, where is the fire that once burned in your heart? Where is the voice that once roared for freedom? Wake up! Rise again. Speak. Act. Remember who you are. This is Nnamdi Kanu.
Thank you for joining us today once again. I appreciate everyone that has connected to this program. We have come once again to explain and to bring information to the Biafran people. Wherever you are watching this program from, I welcome you and I thank you for being part of the program. Please kindly like and share this program. Share to family and friends. Share to anyone you can be able to reach so that we can have enough audience to send this message out. Remember, we have a responsibility to continue to preach the gospel of Biafra, to seek for recognition for Biafra, to restore Biafra in full on the ground. The responsibility lies on you. Nobody can do it for us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the supreme leader of IPOB, is already in the front line fighting. What about you? What are you doing? Mazi Simon Ekpa is on international level fighting. What about you? What are you doing? Dr. Ngozi Orabueze is in Washington, D.C. fighting. What about you? What are you doing? I want you to think and think again. What are you doing to make sure that the restoration of Biafra is a done deal, my fellow Biafrans? As we observe what is happening in the court of Nigeria, all the allegations and lies they brought against our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Biafrans are here once again to dissect the information and to let you understand the possibilities, the expectations, the danger ahead. I want you to pay attention to the discussion on this platform today. You are going to learn a lot for you to understand what is coming ahead. You might not understand. Just as our PM always say that what you don't know is bigger than you. That is why we have to be listening to each other. We have to be sharing information across ourselves, among ourselves, so that we can be able to dissect this game they are playing. There is no going back. It is either Biafra or Biafra. Let us hear and listen to what Biafrans have to say and how they dissected what transpired in the court. I want you to pay attention. Be on this program from beginning to the end. You'll be glad you did. Let's watch. The government of Nigeria is a corrupt government. The reason they have not been able to try this
fellow Biafrans and devoted friends of the United States of Biafra, the time to rise in unity, in purpose, and in sacrifice is now. The month of May is not just another page on the calendar. It is a crucial moment in our journey as a people. A time when our collective strengths must be matched by our collective support. The vision of the United States of Biafra is alive, vibrant, and growing. But let us not forget, the engine that powers this vision is you and I. Your generosity, your belief, and your contributions. These are the pillars that holds. As we lay the foundation for a self-reliant, self-governed, and prosperous nation, we must carry the burden together, not a few of us, but all of us. This is a clarion call to every true son and daughter of Biafra, to every patriot of Biafra. Come out in your numbers, stand with us. Let your support be heard through your donations. No donation is too small. No amount is too great for the ancestral land we love to be totally secured. We urge individuals, families, communities, and businesses to donate generously and cheerfully. Let your contributions be a seed sown into the destiny of generations to come. Let history record that you stood for something greater than yourself. Long live the United States of Biafra. Long live our united spirit. I remain Mazi Ifani, the head of Media USBG Homeland and the director, State of Aludo Media. God bless you.
The time you kidnap Biafrans and enforce their disappearance is over. And of course, Biafrans that are going to be victims of this kidnapping by the Nigeria state, all you need to do is to lie on the floor of I want you to understand that forget whatever that is going on social media. Forget whatever that the Nigeria terrorist states are saying on social media and behaving on their National Assembly. They know that the game is over. I am telling you the fact. The northern Nigeria know that the game is over. I know what is going on within them. The presidency of Nigeria know that the game is over. The Senate President Akpabio knows that the game is over. The only people that do not know, or maybe they are just skeptical, are the gullible one Nigerians who are believing in the Nigerian terrorist army that they have the capability to eliminate Biafra. Don't knowing that I actually lost the war already before even the war started.
of that very assignment. No human being can stop it. So the reason the case has stalled so long is to make sure they have a way of keeping Mazi Nnamdi, and they can keep Mazi Nnamdi for as long as they want and continue to postpone it. And that was why when the senior advocate Agabi was brought in, Agabi talked to Mazi Nnamdi and they reached agreement to allow these people to try this case since they want to try it. And I believe they have looked it and see. When you check from 2015 when he was arrested in Lagos to the time of kidnap, this case has stalled because the federal government of Nigeria do not want to try the case because they know it's a baseless case. They cannot win Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have won them on different occasions. And when they saw they have no case, they even made attempts to take his life. They made a move to take the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But they did not succeed. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu escaped in the whiskers. And they were not satisfied. They still continued to go after his life until they went to Kenya and kidnapped him. Brought him back. At the first instance, the case was being delayed. Each time they come to court, they wanted to bring a testimony. But what they were saying that the person that will testify will be hooded. From 2015, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have always rejected somebody covering his face to come and testify against him. If you want to testify, we want to know your name, we want to know who you are, come out and testify. And that was why the excuse they have used to postpone, adjourn the case and adjourn the case and adjourn the case until they made an attempt on the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu escaped for his life. This is the truth and nothing but the truth. After they went to Kenya and kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Kidnap. You can imagine a country conducting kidnap. The same country that is complaining that that kidnappers are troubling their citizens. Where did the kidnappers learn kidnapping? Have you sat down one day and thought how the government of Nigeria taught the citizens the idea of kidnap? The idea of kidnap generated from the government itself. Remember, they made the first attempt on the life of Malbiko during the time of late Muhammad Buhari. I think in 1980s. They made attempt of this kidnap. So kidnap was firstly introduced by Nigerian government. And the citizens, when they learn very well. The citizens learned it from them. The Janjaweed learned it from them, and today the Janjaweed have learned kidnapping from them, and they are doing it better than the government can do. And recently they made another attempt on the Black Mazi Nnamdi. Not just attempt, they went and kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same country that will be crying of kidnapping. They went and kidnapped the supreme leader of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, and extraordinary rendition him to Nigeria. This is a truth, a fact, an undeniable one. After kidnapping him, they brought numerous allegations against him. Very huge allegations from right, left, and center. They were accusing him of this and that. False accusations. But in the midst of all those accusations, they refused to come and try the case. The only thing we were asking is that they would tell us, they have to tell us how they brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. Up to this moment, they have refused to tell the world how they brought the supreme leader of IPOB to Nigeria. The terrorist government of Nigeria have refused to explain to the masses, explain to the world how they brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. Kidnapped in Kenya, tortured him for 8 days, and extraordinary rendition him to Nigeria, which is against international law. And we say, you cannot stand on illegality and you'll be talking about legality. So before you have to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you have to first of all correct your illegality. It's only when you correct your illegality that you can now begin to talk about legality. The government held their hand on this. Each time this issue was brought, they will adjourn the case. Each time the issue is brought, they will adjourn the case. And our lawyers stood their ground. They stood their ground that the government must explain the situation surrounding the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The lawyer pushed it to the extent that even a judge agreed and said that no law court in Nigeria has the right to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. None. No law court can try him until they sort out the issue of extraordinary rendition. If you want to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you should be extradited legally. There should be legal extradition. And each time this fact is presented, a fact that was opened in their own court by their own judge, they will adjourn the case. So they have used that as an excuse to adjourn the case, and it is 5 years already. As a government, they can do that for as long as they care. As a corrupt government, they can do that as long as they want, and there's nothing you can do. That was why we allowed them to test the case. Because even from all the angles of the case, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer. He has won them before. He will win them again, and he will continue to win them. So that was why the window was open to try the case. Because some people were asking that why would that case be allowed to be tried? That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not supposed to be tried. Absolutely truth. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not supposed to be tried in Nigerian court. Even their own law says that anybody that makes any attempt to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. That anybody that tries Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. That is what their law says. But the Nigerian government accepted to be terrorists, and we continue to try him. And we're testing the case. And for those who were not following up, when we say the conclusion in the past and what transpired, I would like to play what their news said about the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the past, how the case ended, and what they did. I want you to pay attention to this video I'm about to play. How their news reported the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then, after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won victory, what their court did and what transpired before we got to where we are today. Before we got to where we are today, I want to play a news recording from Channel Television, how they reported it, so that the whole world can see and hear. Then, within your own common sense, you begin to think within yourself and judge. Will there be justice in such a country? Will there ever be justice for this man who they are throwing up and down? After he has won his case, they return him back to start afresh. I would like us to pay attention to how Channel Television reported the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before we got to where we are today. At least we can start from there and then enter where we are today and the court and the discussions that have been made. So let us listen to this report from their news on Channel 3.
Appeal that ordered the federal government to release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, from detention. The Supreme Court ordered the continuation of the trial bordering on terrorism preferred against Mr. Kanu. And in a unanimous judgment prepared by Justice Garba Mohammed but read by Justice Emmanuel Agim, the 5-member panel of justices say the federal government acted, in their words, irresponsibly when it forcefully brought Kanu back to the country from Kenya against all known laws. However, the Apex Court held that it was not enough to divest the trial court of its jurisdiction to continue with the case. Let's take a listen to the counsels.
I hope you heard it. After Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have won his case, instead of releasing him, they now refer him back, even though they agree that it is not right the way they took Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. and brought him back to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition. That is all they told us. They didn't tell us how. We are not able, the federal government have not, up to this moment, they have not explained how they brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. But the court is saying that it is inappropriate because they know it is illegal. If you want to bring somebody out from another country, whether the person committed a crime or not, there must be a genuine extradition. You must extradite that person before you can be able to have that got to bring the person to court to face any charges. But they never passed through that very process. They went through the back door, kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Kidnap is the word. A country conducted a kidnap on a citizen and still have the boldness to come to try him in the court. A court that's supposed to be the last hope of an ordinary man. A place where justice is supposed to be seen. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu called Nigerian court a shrine of injustice. What we have in Nigeria is a shrine of injustice. And I want you to hear it again from this man.
The judgment of the Court of Appeal that ordered the federal government to release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra.
The court ordered them to release the leader of the IPU, of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The judgment ordered them to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was what the Supreme Court said. But instead of obeying it, they went to appeal. Instead of obeying that order, they went to appeal. This is their own court, not my court, not Biafran court, not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu court. Ordered them to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Instead, they went to appeal, and in the appeal, even in the appeal, they admitted, yes, that the federal government of Nigeria committed a crime. They admitted they committed a crime. But instead of ordering them to obey the law, what did they say? They said they still want to try the case. Even on that illegality, they want to still try on that illegality. That you cannot stop their jurisdiction. It still allows them to try. And that is why we are allowing them to test it.
The judgment of the Court of Appeal that ordered the federal government to release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, from detention. The Supreme Court ordered the continuation of the trial bordering on terrorism preferred against Mr. Kanu. And in a unanimous judgment prepared by Justice Garba Mohammed but read by Justice Emmanuel Agim, the 5-member panel of justices say the federal government acted, in their words, irresponsibly when it forcefully brought Kanu back to the country from Kenya against.
When he was kidnapped, just stop using this forcefully. You know, they will come and beautify it and make it sound nice to people. What the government did was kidnap. That is what they did. And the Supreme Court confirmed it that it was a kidnap. But yet, referred him back to go and continue to trial.
All known laws. However, the Apex Court held that it was not enough to divest the trial court of its jurisdiction to continue with the case. Let's take a listen to the counsels.
We had hoped that it would come our way, but it has gone the other way. It simply means that we have to go back to the High Court and get done with this quickly. We still have hope. We're not in despair.
By the grace of God.
Yes, so
victory is assured.
Yes, we will.
End of the day.
We will lose a little time. We still have to go back. That's all it means. But I'm very consoled by what the Supreme Court said, that he ought not to have been treated the way he was treated. His bail ought not to have been revoked. His home ought to.
Did you hear that? His bail ought not to be revoked. This is an old video. Don't be carried away. I'm trying to bring you from where we are coming from. You can see Ozekome there. That was when Ozekome was there. After Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won his case in the Supreme Court, they went to the Apex Court, and the Apex Court said that they should go back. And all these things were tactics of delay tactics to continue to hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to break him down, to see if he will surrender. They agree that the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is illegal. It's an illegality that you can't stand on it and begin to talk of a trial. There is no court in Nigeria that has to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and their court says if you do that, you are a terrorist. But yet, a criminal government will always have their way in whatever they want to do. I want you to hear what this man says.
His bail ought not to have been revoked.
His bail ought not to have been revoked. The bail they gave him in 2017 ought not to be revoked. They were not supposed to revoke that bail because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was enjoying his bail, and the military were sent to his home to go and take his life. The video is everywhere. The video was played in court yesterday. The video of invasion of the home of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was played in court yesterday, where 28 able men lost their life. 28 men, able men of Biafra, lost their life. Jack, the dog of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, also lost his life. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu narrowly escaped. The parents of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his mother and his father, lost their life through the trauma of that attack. Both of them lost their life. They were buried the same day in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These are all the damages and atrocities that was caused to the Biafrans by the Nigerian government. And their court affirmed to that. But instead of telling them to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with immediate effect, even when they know that his bail is not supposed to be revoked, instead of giving order for that bail to be reinstated, they told him to go back to the High Court and start afresh. Just to buy more time, just to delay him, just to see if they can break him down. That is why you see that case installed up till recently.
His bail ought not to have been revoked. His home ought to have been invaded.
His home ought not to be invaded. They were not supposed to invade. What was the reason for you to go to his home to take his life? Why did you take the military to the home of a civilian who is enjoying his bail and who has already had an appointment with the court? Has an appointment with the court the next month. He has an appointment to the court. And he's prepared to come. He's not running away. Why do you go to invade his house with military? And 28 able men lost their life. You took the life of 28 men and Jack. This is evil that the Nigerian government did. And yet, they referred him. The useless apex court of Nigeria still referred him back to High Court to go and start afresh. Even when they confirm all this illegality carried out by the Ideological Republic government.
All that is a consolation to us. So, we have hope.
This is victory to our administration of criminal justice because it shows that one.
You see the criminal representing the government of Nigeria. Look at him covering himself with the black glasses, even where there is no sun. Using shade because he's covering his shade. You are in a room, you are not in a sun, and you are wearing dark shade. This is how you know people who are not straightforward, the devilish idiots. This is the criminal representing Nigeria. And I want you to listen to what he has to say.
Once you are an accused person, once you are a defendant, no matter what excuse you want to bring to hide under the law to say that you should not be tried, the Supreme Court have expressly, unequivocally stated clearly that we don't have the legislation that will vitiate the court from trying a defendant that has committed a crime. You must be tried for every offense you have committed. You saw that the court came.
Nobody said somebody will not be tried for offense. But did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu commit any offense? He did not. And if you say that he committed any offense, you must go through the right process. That is what is said. You go through the right process to try him. That is all we were asking. Go to. We were not even part of your so-called political solution. We never asked for any political solution. The idiots and criminals who were asking for political solution, we are asking it for their own selfish interests. The politicians. We never asked that nobody should be tried, but follow the legal procedure. But look at that criminal covering his eyes with glasses. What he was saying.
Very heavy on the security agencies, where they have in any way, impaired on the rights, the fundamental rights of the defendant. However, our laws have made very clear provision for remedy where there's such infraction on the right of the defendant. Then you can have such a defendant can go to the civil court and then seek for civil remedies for the violation of his fundamental rights. And that is why, of course, we have the fundamental rights enforcement.
Did you hear him?
The councils were not the only ones that...
They are telling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go to Human Rights Court for his rights that was abused. Is it in the same zoological republic that you go to Human Rights Court? Is that Human Rights Court situated in Europe or in America? Is it not the same Human Rights Court that said they don't have any jurisdiction to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Is it not the same court that told them to pay Mazi Nnamdi Kanu compensation for his abuse, the abuse of his rights, invasion of his home? Is it not the same court? Have they done anything? Have they paid the compensation? Have they set him free? Have they reinstated his bail? Instead, they took him back to go and start back the case afresh from the High Court. That is the zoo for you.
Reacted to that judgment, the governor of Anambra State, Chukwuma Soludo, also says he respects the rule of law, but believes...
I do not care what this idiot Soludo has to say because he's one of the criminals. These are the people who are looking for political solution for their own selfish interests, to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to promote their political career. That is what Soludo is about to do. But I will still allow you to hear what Soludo said then. You are going to hear what Soludo said then, not now, then.
A political solution could also be considered in this particular case.
I am a governor who believes in the rule of law. And in the country today, when the Supreme Court speaks, that's final. And the Supreme Court, in its wisdom and judgment, considered that he should go for a fresh trial. We can only say, we don't question that, we don't challenge that, we'll just say the rule of law will prevail. And I think that will go through its judicial process. For me personally, and as everyone knows, that I've been aware of the judicial process. But in spite of that, I have persistently and consistently called for a political solution to this issue.
You have heard.
There's a lot to talk about.
You have heard them. This is what transpired, how we got to where we are today. And this idiot that is talking political solution, remember lately, he came out and said that the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not even necessary, that it cannot bring peace. This was when he was trying to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to boost his political career. He was using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to win people. He was using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to win personality. So then he went and visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, took picture with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He came and began to talk good about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And this man is the most dangerous politician we have in Biafra land today. The person you just saw that speak now, Soludo, is the most dangerous politician you have in Biafra land. I can bet you that man is worse than Hope Uzodinma. Because Hope Uzodinma, we know he's a devil. We know he's a devil, and we know how to deal with him and how to follow him. But this one that pretends to be an angel, at the same time, he's in the forefront of the destruction of Biafra. This was an idiot who came, when he came out, he went to prison and visited the IPOB members that were detained illegally. Biafran children that were locked up, they did not commit any crime. The only crime they committed is that they were asking for self-determination. This idiot went there and promised them that he's going to free all of them. Did he free them? On video, he went and I will still go and look for that video and replay it. He went there and he was promising them on video that he was going to release them. Did Soludo release any one of them? Instead, Soludo, he also made a promise that he's going to form a committee, which we mentioned some name of his fellow criminals, that they will form a committee, and that committee will look into the issue of Biafra, whether we want Biafra or not. This idiot formed a committee to look into Biafra, but today what is he doing? He is the person in the front line to make sure that Biafra crushed. This same Soludo was the person that took the IPOB Nigeria, IPOB that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu formed. Soludo bought them over. Soludo bought them over. Soludo hijacked the ESN and turned them to Bubaga. Soludo was the person that the DOS handed over the ESN to. Soludo, they handed Soludo ESN. And Soludo came online and broadcasted and boasted that he's now working with them, that they have agreed to work with him. Now you understand where that idiot is coming from. So when we say these politicians are just on their own, we don't have anything to do with this bunch of clowns. I played that video to remind you where we are coming from. And it was that journey that brought us to where we are today. And we thank Chukwu Okike Abiama. Today, we are in a different stage today. Finally, they have tried everything they can, both their political solution and whatever. Political distraction. They saw that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not giving in. They tried to break him and use the Wazirike method. It did not work. With the presence of Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Wazirike method almost worked in the hand of Soludo. Soludo was the person they want to use to implement the Wazirike method. Soludo was the person they wanted to use to implement Wazirike tactics. That was when they sent Soludo to go and see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When he went and snapped a picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appeared with the one JC. I don't know where they got it from. That was when they were trying to apply the Wazirike method. But fortunately for him, when he went to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he mentioned Mazi Simon Ekpa. That Mazi Simon Ekpa is disturbing. After the IPOB have agreed to come down, everybody have agreed to come down, but it's only Mazi Simon Ekpa that is stubborn. And Mazi Simon Ekpa doesn't want to listen to anybody. And when he said that, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu smiled. And that was what gave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the courage to fight on. If not, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, we say, I will not disappoint you. You will disappoint me. They deserted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu completely. After they leave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on his own, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was alone. Without Mazi Simon Ekpa, an autopilot there, there was not they have bought everything. The one they call Chike Edoziaha confessed about it. Chike Edoziaha, on audio, he said it, that we gave them the ESN. They asked us to hand over ESN. We handed over ESN to them. And they came and began to make a video that they have captured a camp. He confessed in an audio. I still have the audio with me, where he confessed that they handed over the ESN to the governors. And it was Soludo. Soludo himself confirmed it and came and said that now they have agreed to work with them. They are working together. And now he went to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go and give him the good news. Oh, your boys have surrendered. The ESN is now under the government. The government is taking care of them. They are working for the government. But there is only one man. That man in Finland. Only Simon Ekpa is stubborn. He's proving stubborn. He doesn't want to listen. And they say he's not a member of IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu smiled and told him it is either Biafra or nothing. That was when he got his own shock. After he come home, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stood his ground and said, it is either Biafra or nothing. Abadibe went and tried his own, he failed, is Biafra or nothing. The Karawhite lawyer tried his own, he failed, is Biafra or nothing. And from then, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu began to sack all of them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu began to distance himself from all those criminals, all those cliques that were trying to manipulate him. All those cliques they wanted to use to implement that Wazirike style. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu distanced himself from them, one after the other. When he had that news that there is one stubborn boy, that one stubborn man in Finland who has refused to bow, that everybody have given in. There is only one stubborn man. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu smiled. And that was the key. The new dimension. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu smiled. Yes, the new dimension that I talked about. And that gave him the courage to march on up to today, as we speak. When he found that Mazi Simon Ekpa has successfully secured the IPOB, as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu confessed that IPOB is indestructible. It's indestructible. We only transform from one stage to the other. We move from that and we enter on top of an autopilot. We became a government. Biafra government in exile. From Biafra government in exile, today we are a government of our own, United States of Biafra government. Declared, seeking for recognition and establishment fully on the ground. So whatever, if you hear anybody calling IPOB, is Nigerian organization, a pressure group in Nigeria. There is nothing like IPOB anymore. Soludo have destroyed it, took the ESN he was able to capture, through the one they handed over him and the camps they gave him, and turned them to Bubago. And our Prime Minister rescued the ones he has to rescue and forge ahead and continue on the battle up to this moment as we speak. It is because of the formidability of our Prime Minister. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was able to make it this far. If not, they have almost succeeded implementing the Owazirike style. But because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was called, Chukwu Okike Abiama was on his side. And Chukwu Okike Abiama will never leave us without a message. Chukwu Okike Abiama used this criminal called Soludo. When he thought he was going to frighten Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He thought he was going to lie against Mazi Simon or blackmail Mazi Simon to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He thought he was going to smear Mazi Simon. He didn't know that he was passing a very, very important message. He didn't know he was passing. And once he mentioned Mazi Simon, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu smiled. And the game changed. From that day, the game changed. The game changed. He began to distance himself. Information were no longer going to the Department of Saboteur. Go to their lawyer. He do away with their lawyer, do away with everything that has to do with all those criminals. And every instruction began to come to Mazi Simon. And when Mazi Simon will tell you that I go to the heart of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to take message, some of you think it is a propaganda or a lie or entertainment. It's not entertainment. When Mazi Simon Ekpa said, I go to the heart of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to take a message and deliver. It is not a propaganda. It is fact. And if you are a true Biafran, you are in the cause genuinely, without envy, jealousy, or rancor. You're not here for money. You're not here because of your brother or your sister. You're not here for posts. If you are genuinely on this program, I bet you Chukwu Okike Abiama will deliver a message for you. That same message that he reserved for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot speak directly, he can speak through you. If Mazi Simon Ekpa cannot speak directly, he can speak through you. Anybody, upon any one of us, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can speak through any one of us. He can speak. Mazi Simon Ekpa can speak through any one of us. All you need to do is to make yourself available. In truth, keep your heart clean. Stop gossiping about people. Remove your mouth from gossiping about people, lying about people, propaganda. Remove your heart from propaganda. Focus on your pursuit for freedom, genuine freedom. And you will see message coming to you. That is how far we come. And today, after all those bragados they are doing, we have allowed them to try the case. You see the video I played to confirm to you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won the case already. The court ordered for his release, but they refused to release him. They say he should go back and start again from High Court. And today they are testing the case again. And I'm telling you that everything they brought in the court day before yesterday and yesterday were not different from what they tried in the past. It is exactly the same thing. There was nothing different. You see the audios that were played. Those audios we are played, we are the ones that have already been in circulation that I've been talking about all this while. It's the same accusation. All those audios they played had the same thing. The answers, so-called answers they push everything talk about is the same accusation. All these things we are what the former lawyers quashed. All these things we are present when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won his case. It's not as if there is something new they manufactured. There is nothing new that was manufactured anyway. You know, when they are talking about, oh, I present the evidence, there is nothing new from what was trashed before. Because I was waiting to see if there will be something new they present or somebody who will come and pose and say, I'm still waiting. Maybe on the 12th, or is it 14th? Maybe on the 14th, somebody will come out and say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave me AK-47 or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent me. Let's wait and watch. Because everything they presented so far are the same thing we know right from the time. And most importantly, don't forget that those brokers they are showing, they are done outside Nigeria. The territory where this brokers was made is very important. The territory where this brokers was made is important. And remember, at the starting of this case, they said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made a brokers in London. And when our lawyers attacked them and said that Nigeria has no jurisdiction to try this case, so long as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed this crime in London, it is only in London that he will be tried, or the British government gave them the order to try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's the only way they can try him. And when the court said, when the lawyers said this, they now went and rewrite the charges. They now went and rewrite it. But listen, they went and rewrite the charges. It's after rewriting the, and what did they do? They removed the area, the jurisdiction where this crime was committed, the so-called crime, the broadcast where it was made. Because when we say crime, it will seem maybe he did something. The broadcast they call a crime. They ask, they refuse to write the place where they broke it. They just say he made a broadcast. But in cross-examination, the lawyers will see ask them, this very broadcast you are talking about, where did he make this broadcast? Because they refuse to write it down in their accusation. I believe that in cross-examination, our lawyers, the senior advocate, will also ask them, where this thing you are charging this man, this broadcast you say he made, where did he make the broadcast? All the broadcasts were made in London. It's not in Nigerian territory. Including the video they played of a meeting where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went to a meeting with the World Igbo Congress. The World Igbo Congress meeting was held in the United States. In camera, not in secret. It was made in camera. That video has been online for a decade. That video has been online for long. It is not a secret. And everything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says there, he will say, even in their court, he will say, I have the right to fight for my freedom. I have the right to fight for self-determination. It is my right. It is my right. And nobody can take it away from him. So when you hear evidence, it is the same evidence, the same thing they brought before that was trashed. That is what they brought back. So this is just a process of delay. They want to keep a delay, and if you don't allow them to try it, they can use only that alone to adjourn this case until forever. If you refuse to allow them to try it, as a government, they can use that very excuse to adjourn the case forever. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be there. I guess that is what the legal counsel saw and say, put it to test, let's see. Put it to test, let's see, let's talk about it. But from every indication, when you see the ones, even the evidence they presented, even if you are not a lawyer, even if I'm not a lawyer, I can be able to defend all those things. I can be able to defend them. I have more than enough videos. They just throw one, I throw two. They throw one, I throw two. They throw one, I throw two, to counter every single thing they throw there. In a twinkle of an eye. Even as I'm a lawyer, let alone a lawyer and a senior advocate, you know what to come. But of course, Nigeria is unpredictable. The zoo is unpredictable. They can do and undo. The zoo can do and so expect everything and everything. Expect everything. Don't laugh, don't cry, don't shout. The only thing you have to do is to continue to support the United States of Biafra under Dr. Ngozi Orebweze. That is the original freedom. Biafra is the original freedom that will set every Dick and Harry free. The freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lies on the United States of Biafra. That is where you should focus. Forget about that drama they are making. They can say anything, and there is nothing you can do. There is nothing. After all, you won the case. They tell you to go and start afresh. You go and start afresh. Even if you win, they say you didn't win. What are you going to do? So the genuine freedom comes from full restoration of Biafra. That is why we must not relent in pursuing the freedom that we are pursuing. Do everything you can to make sure you stand tall and we go to our destination. As for what is coming, every possibility, everything is possible in this case. Everything is possible. Expectation. I am not having any high hope on the government of Nigeria because I know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime. Anything that happens, I accept it. My expectation is the restoration of Biafra, which is what is going to guarantee Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. That and only that is where I lay my hope. I welcome my beloved brother Greg. Before I give my brother Greg the mic to speak, let us listen to this very advert.
No fear for our land, we go stand together, fight for freedom now. No surrender.
This day is more than just an opening, it is a call for peace and reconciliation. Join us at the first ever Biafra Peace Summit, where the past and present voices for Biafra independence come together. No segregation, no division, just one people with one purpose, an occasion to voice our differences, resolve them, and stand stronger as one people. May 30th is also our separate Biafra Heroes Remembrance Day, when we honor the brave souls of men and women who fought and children who fell from the genocidal war of 1967 to 1970, where over 3 million Biafrans lost their lives. The day we honor those unjustly imprisoned and killed before the war, during the war, and presently, simply for being Biafrans. We salute our past and present leaders, from the vision of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu to the resilience of Philip Effiong, the fearless dedication of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the unwavering courage of Simon Ekpa Odogu, who have carried the torch of our struggle. Their sacrifices and leadership lights our paths forward. As we all know, for far too long, we've endured suffering at the hands of our enemies and division from within. This summit is power-packed to heal those wounds, to uproot seeds of discord planted among us, and to unite Biafrans across tribes, regions, religions, and political views. Together, we are unstoppable. Be part of history. Join us on May 30th, 2025 at the United States of Biafra headquarters in Washington, D.C. A day of unity, remembrance, and renewal. Biafra rises as one strong nation, bolder together. Venue, 11726 Connecticut Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. Time, 3 p.m. Biafra time and 10 a.m. Washington time. 30th of May 2025, a united Biafra. Our time is now. This message is proudly sponsored by the Office of the United States of Biafra Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, and the Biafra Information, Telecommunication and Postal Service. My name is Marvelous Chukwubikem Arinze.
Face many things, we no fall. Them took a Nnamdi Kanu, but we stand tall. Simon Ekpa, them catch we still dey strong. We go rise higher, no place for wrong. We no go fall, we go stand. In unity, we hold the land.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you so much for paying attention. Those are events that are coming on the 30th. Our Heroes Day is fast approaching. Please make yourself available. Be there in Washington, D.C. If you can be there, try as much as possible to be available. More especially those who are in the United States, make yourself available on that very day so that we can be able to celebrate. And it's a peace summit, a day of unity, a day of peace. Whatever be your grievances, whatever be your disapproval, whatever be that is troubling you, come to Washington, D.C. that day. And the Deputy Prime Minister will be there to hear you out. It's a call for unity. Wherever you are, make sure you are there. It doesn't matter your belief, your ideology. As long as you are a Biafran, you are welcome. Let's hear you out. My brother Greg, you're welcome. go ahead and give us your word. Let's hear from you, my brother Greg. Unmute yourself.
Thank you, and thank you, and thank you again, Mazi, Choose Survival.
You're welcome, my brother.
I was listening to this very topic. I was driving, but now you gave me a mic. I just parked, but I was like pouring an ice and this thing on my body because this is exactly what happened. But before I continue to comment or say anything, I want to thank God so much for the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who have stand on his ground, who believe in the truth and justice, who believe in the love of his people, his Biafra, and the love of his ancestral, the Igbo people. I love him and I thank him and I thank God I keep him and the same God has strengthened him to today. I appreciate God so much for the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man that rejected every gold and silver and embraced the love of his people. And we pray that God will continue to keep him, sustain him, and make him to win the victory. As I pray God to give him and rain upon him the same spirit he gave to Moses. I pray that God will give him the double as he gave double to Elijah. I pray that God will make him that he will see the land that he's fighting for, that he will give him the same spirit he gave Moses, and he will allow him to see the land. Because Moses, because of anger, could not see the land that he fought for. But I pray that heaven will give Nnamdi Kanu the spirit to overcome any kind of temptation and trouble, and the same spirit will make him to lead him to see, embrace, and touch the land that he suffered with the blood of his parents, his siblings, his kinsmen, and his nation. And the same prayer goes to our PM, Mazi Simon Ekpan, that the same God will do the same thing that we pray on the head of Nnamdi Kanu, the same we pray in the head of Simon Ekpan, that the labor will never be in vain, and they will enjoy the labor that they labored for. And we pray for courage to Dr. Ngozi Oraveze and his cabinet and the Biafra cabinet, and that God will make his promises to come true. Thank you, and thank you again. As I am going to make my comment, before then, I will sing Simon Ekpa's song. Oneme yena dige komume. Oneme yena dige komume. Oneme yena dige komume. Yena dige komume. Yena dige komume koneme. Thank you, God, so much. You know, choose. It's always good to remind us, remind the Biafrans and the world what transpired starting from the time of Wazirike till this present time. Why I said I must pack to make this comment is because of yesterday night. We are almost 12 o'clock in Mazi platform, and he was doing this program. We talked about the pictures that a man that called himself a freedom fighter, a Biafra lover, the man that called himself that he worked with Mazi Simon Ekpa, Njoko, the PM, the man that want to force himself into the Biafra as a leader, the man that boasted that he used his money to sponsor the Biafra, the man that boasted that he is in charge of the military of Biafra, the man that boasted that Dr. Ngozo Reweze know nothing about the Biafra government, Biafra army, that said that the Biafra should not be declared, the man that denied the Biafrans to declare Biafra on the 29th, or even to declare Biafra at all, the man that to come to light to Biafra from the first day that Simon Ekpa was taken away. He raised memo to take over Simon Ekpa. The same individual, according to our DPM, always call them individual and Mioticrat or whatever. I'm not an Englishman. The same man who have come to lie that he spoke with PM for 30 minutes. This same man who said there was no money in the account of Biafra. This same man that have been lying uncountable and uncountable, that he loved the Biafrans, who have been deceiving the army of Biafra and doing all sorts of evil, trying to do the same thing that the people that deceived Owazirike, before Owazirike started this agitation, he was real. For him to start in the first place where you cannot mention Biafra in Nigeria, Owazirike was real. Choose. Owazirike was real. He meant to fight for Biafra. But not knowing that these kind of people will surrender him. He was not prepared for the kind of people he will meet on this struggle. He was not prepared. To me, he was thinking that everybody that come along with him, shouting Biafra, 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 was real. He didn't prepare for this kind of people. So he took him one away and he could not hold it. He could not stand it. And he gave up because they betrayed him very, very easily. And the same thing came during the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What I'm trying to pick up to me, everything together is this. When they wanted to, their purpose of going to Kenya to pick Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was to kill him and make sure that the agitation stopped. After they failed to kill him in his father's compound, they went to Kenya, tried to find him in Kenya. But because he raised so much alarm in Kenya, they could not kill him. They brought him home. When they brought him home, they decided they have decided already to kill him. They ganged up to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And all the Eastern governors who were in the power at that time, all of them acceded with all the Eastern politicians. That time, all the politicians in the East, they were still having respect for Mbaka because Mbaka was the one that prophesied for Buhari's coming to the power. And before they were going to this thing, about 2 or 3 months before kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu, Father Mbaka prayed for Nnamdi Kanu. And because of that prayer, the government turned against him. They turned against him. They come and lied so much against him that because he came to look for a contract and they refused to give him the contract, that is why he turned against the government. And when they find out that he knew that they want to kill Nnamdi Kanu, he sent them the signal of warning. Omar, he told them that the only person that is a problem is Father Mbaka. If they can go and get him, that everything will be done. The under 2 weeks they stayed, they didn't give him contract. Under the 2 weeks, they sent the special convoy to go to adoration. They had to go and convince him why they must destroy this man. Let him mention whatever he wants. Surprisingly to them, it became that what he wants is the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was why today Father Mbaka cannot talk again. If he dare talk again, that adoration will be closed. And they will kill many people, and they will find many people in that adoration. When they find out that that one could not hold, now they remove him, they chase him out to go to America. Soludo won election. And when he won election, he said, I'm going to set panel. If you are a person in the bush, come, I will give you amnesty. I will raise a panel to check if we want to Biafra. He selected even the wife of Mazi, daughter of Dimo Juku Ikemba Newi, which is Bianca, was among the panel. That panel to today, nothing happened. After some months of that panel, Soludo come and tell us that today they are working with IPOB. They were surprised for Soludo to come and say that he's working with IPOB. They started denying because they didn't know that he would come to public to say on public and say those things. On that thing, from that time, they all gathered against Simon Ekpa. After that, he made an appointment. He said he will go to see for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because they are now working with the IPOB. It is only Simon Ekpa now that is the problem. Simon Ekpa become the problem because he said release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You cannot release. You cannot come and talk police solution when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the prison. If you want any political this thing, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Know that when he's talking peace, it will not be a kind of under duress. This criminal Soludo went to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu according to him and take pictures and come out. And they told ESN, he take over ESN with other Southeastern governors. And the so-called DOS keep quiet. So when they gathered all this thing, all of them turn against Simon Ekpa. The whole politicians, the whole media, the whole DOS, the whole Nigeria turn against Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa turned to be a terrorist, even without killing a fly. That is what we are going through today. And after all their gang up from every corner against Simon Ekpa stand on his word, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If you want political solution, release him and have a talk with him. If you release him and whatever he ordered me to do, I will do it. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The DOS, all of them said, bring Simon Ekpa, kill him. He is the only problem we have today. Now, what is happening? When they find out I cannot get him, Soludo went there and give us message that it was only Simon Ekpa that is the problem. And this man come back to life. If you see Nnamdi Kanu still jumping up and down, going as a human being, stand on his feet today, is Simon Ekpa that give life to him. Simon Ekpa gave him hope that Biafra cannot quench like the candle on the wind. He stand on his feet and know that somebody is still standing for him. And that person that is still standing for him are the people the Biafrans are following. Biafrans followed Simon Ekpa because they knew what they stand for. What they stand for is freedom. That is why you see all this hate. When they find out they could not succeed with DOS, they planted the so-called man, the finance minister and his gangs. They planted them and they all started coming. They said, since we could not succeed with under PIPOB, we will follow autopilot. We will follow him and we will deceive him. At a point when it will happen, we will hijack everything. Now they failed to hijack the Tongozo Revesde. They fought on the whole cabinet to make sure that they remove her. Knowing her faith, knowing what Dr. Ngozo Revesde believe, knowing her level, knowing her qualification, knowing that she really indeed won Biafra, knowing whatever contact she might have and what relationship we have with Simon Ekpa, and they try to frustrate that relationship and that thing that is good. When they plan to take Simon Ekpa away, they hijack everything thinking that they have succeeded, not knowing that they are dealing with a woman that is more intelligent and more everything again. When you pack all of them together, none of them When you bring all of them together and that's very fall back, they did not reach Dr. Ngozi ways or pack all of them together. That is why they are running Katikati today. I was telling Ugo yesterday, I said Ugo, I say, go home and sleep. You have only one thing. Never you pray for the death of Ogenkere. Don't go and pray for the death of any Biafra army. Don't go and pray for the death of Vam Vam Vam. Don't go and pray for the death of Parawa. Talk about the wrong things they are doing, but never you pray against their life. Any evil prayer they pray against any of the cabinets or any person will fall back to their head. There is no two ways about it. Anything they plot, I tell him that yesterday, his picture has been on the world for the past months, for the past years. Since they took Nnamdi Kanu away, since the time have been working with Simon Ekman, people have been seeing you 247. So you should not be worried when somebody raises your picture and they talk jargon. The Nigerian government knows those things they are showing. So that one shouldn't bother you. But if there is anything evil they plot, go and mark it, they will inherit it. If they sew it as a cloth, they will wear it. If they sew it as a cap, it will go on their head. If they sew it as a shoe, they will wear that shoe. There is no two ways about it. Lie down, pray to your God and sleep. Nothing will happen to you. Let the evil people bury themselves and let the righteous be on the right side. So we keep on doing the needful. They are judging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, knowing that how many courts have set him free. And somebody has settled that very case again, taking it as up on him or her. I don't know if he's a woman or he's a man. But whoever he is, there is nothing you can do against the man that God has blessed and God has not caused. If you are a judge and you decide to curse the man that God did not curse, or judge the man that God did not judge, heaven will descend on you and your generation. There is no two ways about it. It is spiritual. When you play any ball on the wall, it comes back. So be ready to accept it when it comes back. That is the only thing we can tell the Nigerian government, because there is nothing they can do today that can stop the Biafra for coming. Biafra will definitely come. We are not praying for war. We love the so-called Fulanis. They are human beings. In this Europe where we are living, I cannot be here and see a Fulani man as a black person. They are treating him evil. I will stand. I will not do that. But that does not mean that when a Fulani man coming to my home in Biafra land to destroy it, I will not accept that. So that is one thing. So we don't hate the Fulanis. We don't hate the Hausas. We don't hate the Middle Belt. We don't hate the so-called Yorubas. We love every tribe of Africa. Because we are the Igbos and the Biafrans, we travel all over the world. We are like water. So anywhere we go, we'll clean that place. That is what we are. We are not saying that we are perfect, but God has given us that gift that wherever we go, there must be a sign that we come in that place. And there will be a good sign. Sometimes there might be bad, but the bad that is in us does not destroy other people. That is one thing the world must know. So when we are asking for our freedom, we must have that freedom, because we are not danger, we are not evil, we are nowhere in anyhow dangerous to any human being. Only what the Igbo people do and the Biafrans do is for them to come. When you give them work, they will do their work and you pay them their money. When they come for business, they will do their business, they will buy your land, they will develop your area and live there in peace with you. So it is those that hate evil that chase the Igbo people for no reason, only out of envy. The Yoruba man will not want to learn from the Igbo man what he will do to be like him. Instead, he will become envy and try to destroy his property. It's only envy that Hausas comes with, and the Fulanis and some other tribes come against the Igbo people. Instead of following their brother to know if they will be like them and that do those things, most of those things they do, which is the gift to them and they give to the Africa. Instead of them to enhance that gift, they try to destroy it. But it doesn't matter. We must flourish. We must have our land that called Biafra. There is no two ways about it. The world must understand that Biafra has come to stay and nothing will stop it. That is our message to the world today. And that is our message to our people, that nobody will be discouraged, no matter what will be the outcome. I have been saying that we always have to prepare for the worst, so that when God says no, that we will have it easily. We will thank Him and say, Father, you have done well. But when they go and sleep and the enemy will destroy them, that is what we don't want. That's why we keep on coming up every day to say, my people, stand up for your right. Stand up for your right. Your right is your right. Do not let people take them away from you. When they take one, you do not care, they will take all. When they try to take any of your right, stand and say, no, I did not give you that. If you want anything from me, you have to ask for me. If I order you to take it, you take it. But you cannot take my inch without my consent. It cannot happen. That is what we are preaching. Thank you, Mazi, and may God bless you as you continue. And I will be listening.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Greg. You have spoken well. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for giving up your time and for serving Biafrans with every little time you have. You have always done that, even when you are on your tight schedule, going to work, driving, and yet you have to park on the road to speak to Biafran people. That is how important it is to us. Some of us do not know the sacrifice we have to make sure we reach out to Biafran people. That is why some of them, when they see us the way we commit times, they think we are jobless. Many of us have one or two things we are doing. We have our jobs we are doing. We have our families to take care of. We have our private businesses to take care of. But still, that does not take us away from the restoration of Biafra movement. With the little time we have, we always devote time for Biafra. In the midst of all the difficulties, challenges, some of you, when you see us come online to speak, you think maybe we don't have challenges. Some think that we don't have things we are doing. We have a lot of challenges and a rest of responsibilities that is on us. But in the midst of that, if you care about human life, you care about freedom, and you know that this freedom we are talking about is not just about somebody else, it is about you yourself. If you have in mind that this is about you, your future, your generation unborn, you don't have to wait. You don't have to say, because of this person said so, because this person is not doing this, I will not do that. Because of this person did that, I will not do that. No, it is your business. That is how it is for some of us. So many of us, this is how it is for us. That is why you see us, even in the tight schedule. Sometimes we are at work, sometimes even in hunger, in thirsty, we will be talking about the issue of Biafra. So many of us have lost friends, we have lost businesses, we have lost contact because of the call for Biafra. But we don't care, because what is in the future is bigger. What is coming up in the future is bigger. I cannot be able to mortgage my future, the future of my children, simply because of friends, or simply because of contact, simply because of what somebody will say and what somebody will not say. No, I cannot mortgage the future of my people because of that. No, I will always do what I have to do and do it when I have to do it. Whenever I have the opportunity to speak, I will speak. For as long as I'm alive, I will continue to make my contributions to the restoration of Biafra every blessed day. My beloved brother, I can see my beloved brother Christian there, and I see my sister Divine Precious there. So I think let's take Divine Precious. After Divine Precious, then my beloved brother Christian will take the mic. Thank you so much. Go on, Divine Precious. Let's hear you. Unmute yourself.
Thank you so much, Mazi Chicks. You are doing a great job. God bless you.
Bless you too.
Okay, my brother, the Kuku, brother, my brother Greg. Greg.
Yeah.
So, na ikuna odeke ya Ya jilo no mmiri jiri ezigbo oyi wee gbanyụọ the heatness in ya na. My friend, of all this also go. You know, when you hear about the revolution, something must cause it. There is a way that maybe you'll be enduring something, there is a way that it will reach. It used to happen to me. I normally say, I want to die now. If that kill me now, even if that person, sometimes I don't know, but that kind of thing, I've done it to, I can count at least up to 2 or 3 times. And after that, it will go to my favor because maybe when I feel that I cannot fight you, I have had the issue with people sometimes ago. And when it comes that person, I cannot face that person, I will always like the day that it will reach to my days, I will be overload to my head. Only what is within my mind is that now either that you kill me or I will kill you. And finally that thing I'll win because I know that I'm not the one that is at fault. I am right in what I am. But because of how our place is, you will be trying to dodge problem. But when that problem refuse to leave you, sometimes there are people that cannot, in fact, they will, and I meant it. Is either that this thing I won it or I win it, or you win it. But instead of me to be suffering me in it, one thing must happen. A similar thing like that is when I was having a kind of issue with somebody in a hostel when I was doing my computer training then after my secondary school. So there was this one girl. I don't know. Somehow she might be in the one. She's going to Ikanka, and we used to see Ikanka as a occultic people and something like that. So the father is a kind of man that they know him very well in Ikanka. So and that's our hostel. This lady, she once had an issue with one of us, and if you see what this lady did to this girl, she just break all her head. The way this girl used to fight, like I don't know the kind of power that is inside this girl. So everybody was afraid of that girl. So, but myself, I'm trying to avoid problem in that house, and then and sometimes what is happening in our place is when you see like those that are taking care of us, even when you complain, they will not do anything. They'll just like caution her, but they are not like So because of everybody is trying to avoid her. Till one day, where I had issue with her was that when I used to pray, I used to speak out when I am praying. And I used to call the spirit of Ekanka, Holy Ghost fire, all these things. I used to be. Until this girl has been enduring this for me until one day she came to me and said that she has been like enduring.
You now. Why she not gonna fight you?
You know, I don't even know that she's going to Ikaka. That was where I now understand that they are not. I don't even know that she's Ikaka. All I know that she's always finding trouble. But I don't know that she's Ikaka. Not that I'm shouting too much, but I've been just saying it most, especially in the midnight. So what did they get now confronted and say, I should never call Ekanke again anytime that I'm praying. That is enough for me. I said, what is about Ekanka in my prayer? Did you call Catholic and I complain? If you want to call Holy Ghost fire to Catholic, no problem. What does Ekanka have to do with my prayer? She said that she have warned me for the last time. Or if I try it next time, that I will see her through come. Knowing her fully well, I am like, I don't know, but I normally like to pray out. So I don't like to pray inside my life, but I'm not that too shouty. And I'm complaining to my spiritual director. He said that anyway, that what he will advise me is that I should not be praying loud, even if it's not loud. That I should try as much as possible, because to avoid this problem, to pray inside my spirit. That is the best way to avoid this issue. Because as I've seen that this guy is a troublemaker, let me just avoid it. So I now came back, having it in mind that so the other days I started praying in my mind about I'm putting that Ekanka inside my spirit. Spirit goes with spirit. And one day this thing was firing this girl where she was staying, and I can feel her breathing. It wasn't normal. Everybody in the hostel noticed what was happening. She was breathing too heavy that everybody noticed that she wasn't comfortable. After that prayer, I went on to sleep, and then I have attack with a cat. The cat was trying to bite me, so I was trying to kill that cat. This lady came and started distracting me. She said, I should leave. What did this cat do to me? Before I know it, the cat now run away in that dream. So after having that attack, so I wake up. I started praying again inside them. After that, she have breathed that heavy breathing. I said, today I will use silence to destroy whatever you want to do to me in spirit. I wake up again. After that day, this girl started that. She now came to me and said to me that it's like I want to know who she is. This one I didn't play out again. She's not coming direct for war, physical war, without anything to understand how this thing started. And I said, what is it again? She said that in fact she will not accept these things from me. That she will show me her true God, that she warned me before, and I don't want to stop whatever I'm doing. I said, did I call you again? Did you hear anybody? Did you hear me saying Ikake again? They were just nobody even want to say anything because you know Nigeria now. If you do anything, you might even enter what you don't know. But after everything, the girl started coming close to me and said the thing was pushing her to come and touch me. And anytime that she has that spirit, is fight that is always in her mind. And if this girl touch you, I don't know the kind of spirit that she must give you a serious wound. That's what she had been doing to people in that house. So when she was coming to me, inside my mind, I said, God, I cannot fight this girl. I know I cannot physically. If this girl touched me, I know it will not be okay with me. But when she was coming, she said that she was saying, you want to know truly who I am, that she had been kind of avoiding me. But since I want to know her, she was coming close. Inside my mind, I don't know what to do. I just say in my mind, God, don't allow this girl to put me in shame here. I did not call her, oh, she's not coming to fight me. So as she was coming close, noticing that really that fight has come into her, I just speak out. I said, listen very well. How he just came to me, I said, listen and listen very well. As you are coming close, I am not all that you used to destroy anyhow. I don't even know what is coming out from my mouth. I said, if you want to know how it happened to Goliath and David, come close again. That girl stand there. He stood where she was coming, and she now stand. I don't know. I'm repeating what I said. I said, if you thought you will do to me what you have been doing to others, if you thought that I'm those ones that you used to give wood and the treat to do anyhow that you want, I will remind you of what happened to David and Goliath. If you keep coming, just come close to it. Don't try it. This girl just stand and started shouting. Well, and after everything, the fight dismissed. Why I started saying, I'm sorry for this long story, but why I said it is that these people have pushed us enough. I can't wait for this revolution because everybody is just like tired. Even I'm like even to be like it is not even time to be shouting again. Even to this, my brother, I was in his this thing yesterday. In my mind, I was like, you don't even need to reply this thing in everything that is, because what they are looking for is how they will get relevant. Once they bring out your issue and you begin to discuss them, that is where they are coming at, because nobody knows them. And it's when they bring out their propaganda and lies. They want you to talk. You that is reasonable to talk. When you reasonable want to talk, people that are reasonable that want to listen to reasonable will begin to know those their nonsense. That's the only thing. One thing I noticed with you, you don't have time for this kind of that is discussing nonsense. You understand? Even though it is not nonsense to people that want to know, but sometimes it is giving them that relevance that they didn't want. Did you understand? Just like my brother that said something in there's one post that somebody made that the person was saying that our leader Nnamdi Kanu asked them to kill 2,000 people for the head of you see that well I said in reply to I don't even need to talk to people that are faithless idiots, because and they happen to kill 80. They happen to get 80 in order to put more fire in what we are. But the reason was like saying that we should go and report this page. Why? You reporting what? Many are there, faceless idiots and faceless people that they don't even identity. They just forge this thing and enter to just cause trouble. Some of them might have many followers, but if you go, some people entered into this face just to fight, even from Nnamdi to this time on, all of them. So here, it doesn't matter how the followers you have. Also, some of them are those agents that came even right from Wazirike or even they don't want it, and they have been fighting. They are tireless. They are tireless. They are not tired though. They are not getting tired. They continue to do what they are doing. That's why all of us who are doing the right one too should not be tired. Because when you think of this, my brother, it's not only you. Sometimes my head used to pop and come down. The fact, I'll just caution myself. The only thing that is giving me joy, if you look at the mystery that has passed through in this movement, you have every reason to say thank you, Lord. Thank you, Chukwu Okike Abiama, for who you are. Because it's not by man-made. Who knows that our PM will have issue? And who knows when people were saying, this woman is one Nigeria, he did not listen to them. The same thing that happened to our leader Nnamdi Kanu, when people were saying this man is a agent or this man is the one Nigeria, he didn't listen to them. The same thing with this our DPM. So tell me, are you not seeing the hands of God in it? It is very difficult. I was discussing with somebody yesterday, and I was like saying, oh, this thing is just pissing me off. I don't know, this zoo can never reason like you. In fact, the worst part is that the world is not saying anything about it. I don't. He just said, do I know? Let you give me example of all this thing that is happening. See that in the person, he was like, you know that the food that you eat. Take for instance, soup. This soup, the baby, if you use onubo, that bitter leaf, if you use oil, if you use salt, if you use maybe egusi, what is it called in English? So whichever one that you use to make that soup to become a soup, can I think back how those things that was used to prepare that soup is being manufactured, how it comes to be a thing to be used? Take for instance the leaf. That bitter leaf went through process of planting, from planting to growing, from growing to it became a leaf, and person got it to prepare it to wash it and do it before it gets to your. And not only that one, you have to, all of them have all their processes so before it became food. And now when you're enjoying it, you will not understand the mystery that is in that food, the processes that all the ingredients you use, the process that it took before it become a food. But when you're enjoying it, you might not get it if you did not think about it. That is how our Biafra movement is becoming. And when you see that something is very special or want to be a kind of another history that the whole world will learn, when you say we should expect the worst, my brother, you are right. We should expect anything can happen now. And the only thing that I'm asking God, whichever one that comes, always give us second chance. Always give us a second way to escape it, because they have tried it all around, but we are still winning. So I will hold it here by saying we should not lose hope. All hope is not gone yet until God finish what he has started. And another one that is in my mind is that when people say, hey, go to Russia, hey, go to... our battle is not a Burkina Faso battle. And Burkina Faso is not our battle. These people that we know, they, especially our government, they are choosing people. God just selected them. They know what they are doing. And sometimes as a novice that doesn't know, or mediocre, our DPM don't normally say it. When you see things like how you are seeing it by eye, or you don't know what is inside, you might be talking anyhow. Because when you see all these people that when they speak just like this one you are that is showing now, after speaking, they will not take any action. It doesn't matter what you are saying, it's the action that is inside it. So don't blame anybody on what they are doing now. Just pray that God will give them the right thing to do. Not the way you want it, but let it come the way God wants. Because if you follow Burkina Faso or anyhow you are seeing it to do it the same way, it might not work out the way you are seeing it. So let us take it a kind of this journey that God started. That God that started it will direct us on how we will do it till it's accomplished. I just listened to one video that our leader, our PM, say, where he was saying that freedom will not come from Nigeria. It will not come from any African, and it must come from Europe, especially this Finland where he is. But you see what is happening today. So that's why we are, in fact, let us hope on this, our God, to finish everything. All this is happening that our story will be very interesting. Everybody in the whole world will like to read it. And just as we are reading Bible, I believe that the whole world will read it. Thank you so much for this long statement. Thank you too.
Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution. You have spoken well. Thank you so much. May Chukwu to guide you, protect you, and strengthen you. My brother, Christian, you are there? Bro, Christian.
Mazi choose.
Let's have you. You're welcome.
We don't know. Yeah. I mean, okay, favorite topic. I'm just a batak now, so.
Just the aftermath discussion after the court. What do you expect? What to expect? What are we expecting now that as the court is going on? We started from looking at where we are coming from, where we are going, and where we are heading. So, what are the expectations? What are the expectations? What are the possibilities?
Right.
That's what we are just discussing. So, we're saying that everything is possible. Nobody should put a high hope because Nigeria can do anything.
Exactly.
So our freedom and the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu should be wholly dependent on what we do. We should focus on what we are doing and continue to do what we are doing because only Biafra will guarantee the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu.
100%.
All those even if they release him with conditions, and at the end of the day, he will not stop. He will continue to ask for Biafra, and then the freedom is not yet there.
Yeah.
So instead of us giving them that opportunity to continue to install our freedom, so we need to fight it out once and for all.
That is very true. That is very true. Even if it comes out on conditions, that's okay. The state, USB, will continue to do what they do. And so obviously, I do not expect that he will come out and begin to do what he was doing, broadcasting here. No. We are not. There is no point for that. Not even PM himself will come out and start broadcasting because there's a state in place now. Yeah, a nation is in place. It is not yet, like I always say, consolidated, but is the movement on the ground, and slowly and surely it will be established one way or the other. So, I was just. Before then, there's a friend, I worked with him before in London, but he's left London. He's from Ibuzo. Yeah. So we were talking about the ongoing problem in India and Pakistan. So one thing led to another, and he was saying that he heard about Biafra, redeclaration and the constitution, that religion. So we were just leading from one, topic to another, just like that. And for a very long time since morning, we've been on it. So I told him, so he said basically that the fact that Islam is not in the constitution, blah, 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 that is setting up the a situation of future, blah, I told him, look, but it doesn't matter what your opinion is. I told him that what matters, what should be important is that you come in and make your contribution.
Exactly.
You have to put your opinion across. That is what makes a nation, So you cannot sit on the fence and be condemning the constitution, saying things that that's okay, you could be right. But you have to come into the platform, come into the settings, and express your opinion and see what happens. And at the end of it all, democratically, things get put on a vote, right? So majority will carry the day. That's how it is in every democratic setting. But if you are sitting there and you read something and you just criticize that why should there be, because he is an atheist himself, So that why should it be that they don't have they only have 3 recognized religion in the constitution? I said, well, so I just told him basically, I said, look, that it's like sometimes we also have to go by the antecedents, the things we see going on around the world, and that has been going on almost forever, you know. So
and whom we are, we know whom
exactly.
we are.
Yeah, I told him, I said, look, that
no one beating about the bush here, him trying to borrow all
but he said to me that there are a lot of converts, you know, Islamic converts, blah blah blah. So am I saying that? I said, no, look, that you are free. If you're a convert, you are free to practice whatever you want to practice. But
it's not part of it. That is not who we are.
It's not, or it's not officially. It can't be. Why? You know. So I did a lot of explaining, and we were just arguing. He just said so many things. But at the end of that, I said, "Look, okay, today, sometimes the world they shy away from. They keep like some situations you cannot manage. You have to be decisive.
You cannot.
You know. Look at India and Pakistan. They used to be one country, created by the British, and in 1940 they were struggling, just like we are struggling in Nigeria today. And I think it was in 1946 or 47 thereabout that but that is a long time ago, you know. So the British came and they split it. It was splitted up, and you now have majority Muslim Pakistanis and the majority Hindus, Indians, and the Kashmiri. That is the focal point of unrelenting. It's happening now as we speak, but it's been going on from time to time, and they find a way to stop it. But why does it keep reoccurring? It's because in the Pakistani side, they have the Islamists with their usual agenda of conquest and expansionism and stuff like that. So about a week ago, or maybe like 2 weeks ago, they came in and slaughter people who were in a like festive whatever. They came in there. There were 26 of these people. Then they came in and they separated the women. They separated the women from the men, and they began to ask the men. One by one, they were asking them, are you a Muslim or are you Hindu? And if you say you are Hindu, they give you on your head, it's gone. And the next one, are you a Muslim or a Hindu? If you say you're a Muslim, they give you are gone. Then I think from what I've seen, you know, one of the guys said that he's Muslim. Maybe the fear, you know, when you confront this thing, it's like a gun on your head, and you'll be seeing Jesus and Moses at the same time. You don't know which direction to follow. You know what it means? Because except you are in certain situation, you won't know how you react or how you feel. So in a way, you know, human, that is humanity, the mortality. He tried to lie to say that he's a Muslim, believing that if he says he's a Muslim, that saves his life. But then they asked him a question to recite something, because if you're a Muslim, you should be able to, and he couldn't. And they gave him, and he's gone. So the women, they were spared, and they asked the women to go to India and tell their Prime Minister Morandi that oh my goodness. So, and it's been happening. It's not the first time. So then the Prime Minister now decided, now we have to go and hit them hard. So as we speak now, that is the ongoing. That is what's happening now as we speak. And the world is panicking to an extent, because you are dealing with 2 nuclear superpower nations. Now, both of them have nuclear capacity, so it could get really, really messy. But so that led to what I was arguing with this guy. I said, look, that it's better, prevention is better than cure, because they have this mindset of they just believe that they can take over slowly but surely, and there are examples or record are there. So it's not like we are preempting, or it's not imaginary. Lebanon, I've been to Lebanon. It used to be almost 100% Christian country, but today it's gone. Turkey, the same, you know. and many other places. Look at Kwara in the Yoruba, but they've taken it over and they are pushing forward. So there's no point. I tried to just let him know what I think is right, but at the end, he did not quite agree. I just say, well, at the end, things could be put to vote. So however the people decides to have. So you respect.
As simple as that. It's not. The issue is not up for argument. You put it to vote.
Yeah.
And let the people who are concerned, the Biafrans that are concerned, they have different diversities, and the people have seen examples of why that very law was put in place. And some countries of the world today are even putting the laws.
Of course.
Some countries of the world today they are drawing the boundary now. So
Hungary.
Yes,
as we speak today.
So we don't want to start it tomorrow. We have to start it now. Not tomorrow you say you want to come and begin to change. Then it will become so difficult to do. Because
prevention is better than cure. Meanwhile, in the zoo, I think it was in 1999 that they created all this wahala, you know. It was in that the Babangidas and the Abdul Salami, all these people, they created this lacuna that everybody is confronting today. Because if you give them that chance, they will take it immediately and said they have to be recognized. You cannot disenfranchise, you cannot marginalize, blah, blah, blah. And that is what everybody is suffering today. Now they want to take over the whole place.
You should have even asked him, does he know that the Nigerian constitution, that it is only that religion that is mentioned there?
I told him. He said it's wrong.
It's not mentioned there.
He said it's wrong. I said, well, but it has happened, and that is what the problem is today. Because that opportunity was given to them by putting it in the constitution, and they seize it. Immediately seize that opportunity. So if you give that chance, well, you're already creating a monster in the future. So from this beginning, we have to make sure there's no, so because again, I asked him, there's the pertinent question that we had back and forth. I said, okay, in the dark ages, in the medieval times, we know what Christianity did, but Christianity has also evolved. Christianity has evolved. And I asked him, I said, point to me anywhere in the world, any country, anywhere in the world where you have Christians armed, gather people, terrorize people, and ask them, call them infidel and said, if you are not a Christian, they chop off your head, stuff like that. We went deep. Trust me, we went deep. He couldn't answer it. I said, no, tell me. So but I can give you many examples of what the other side, what Muslims are doing in the name of their religion. They are doing it in Nigeria. There's no one single day that passes. People are not being in Nigeria. Either in the north or southwest or everywhere it's happening. And look at the one, I just cited example to him about this one happening right now in India, where 26 were by just because they are not Muslims. So how can you see all these things and you want to wish it away? No. So we just have to do the right thing from the beginning. That is not to say that you cannot practice whatever you believe is your personal belief. Practice. Like this sister was just saying, because sometimes too, in Africa, we tend to, maybe we misunderstand or whatever it is, because if you're a Christian or you are praying, whatever, it's something you can do privately, because even in the Bible, there's where it was stated, I think it was Jesus Christ or somebody said, go to your private, close the door and pray, talk to your father silently. But in Nigeria, most people think that except you shout to your, loudest, that God will not hear you. But the logic is that if you pray silently, God doesn't hear you. It simply means that if you shout from here to heaven, he won't hear you. Because you don't know where he is, right?
Yes.
So why do you have to shout? But in Nigeria, you see them, all these Adeboye, Deeper Life, all the churches, they will say, open your mouth and pray, shout. As if you shout loud enough, then God will hear you. It's crazy.
Mountain on fire.
Yeah. It's, this sister, I didn't quite get her story, but she talked about praying and calling can. Well, if somebody is praying loud, audibly, and you're hearing the person, and the person is saying your name, for example, God to kill you, like Mountain of Fire, we say, die. And you think I will not react? Why will I? I mean, I will react. We're all human, you know. So if you are praying and saying to Muhammad, kill Christians, kill Christians, kill Christians, and I'm in that room with you, why? And I'm a Christian, I will react. I will ask you, my friend, what's going on? So that is the situation. But just on the side note, we have to keep doing what we are doing. Now they've postponed the trial, but if I may be wrong at all, so we just have to keep focused. And somebody like you, I cannot appreciate enough the consistency. That is what it takes to continue and just never give in, just keep pushing, you know. And personally, I believe that we're on the right track and we're on the side of truth. So however it goes, we will come out victorious. I believe that very strongly, very, very strongly. So that is the little contribution, my brother. Thanks so much.
Did you see this man? Did you see this video I'm playing?
Who is that?
This is Ahmed Gulak, the man they accused Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of ordering his death in the court yesterday.
Okay.
Ahmed Gulak. And in this video, this man mentioned the name of the person that took his life in this very video.
Wait, bro. Is this guy here? Is that Ahmed Gulak?
This is Ahmed Gulak.
Oh, so when he was alive, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
So this was where he was mentioning the name of the person that took his life because they were having problem there with NSA of Buhari.
Political problem, yeah.
Yes, NSA of Buhari, Mongunu. I think they still have his, look at the guy. This
okay.
Is NSA.
Yeah.
NSA Mongunu, this is the person that ordered his death.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to do it in such a way that IPOB will be involved in it.
They put the blame.
Of a sit at home and all this, and they want to just push it into that village so that they will say it's IPOB that did it.
Yeah.
So when they invited him, it was the whole Uzodoma that invited him to Imo State. So while he was going to airport, he was shot. They attacked him and he was shot. But in this video, he mentioned the name of this man. He challenged this man. This was the person he was challenging.
Mongunu or something. Yeah, I remember this case.
Let him come and take his life. That he will never stop talking. That he will continue to reveal the secret and say what he wants to say. That this man cannot stop him. He knows that this man has taken the life of many people. That wants to take his own life. That let him try.
So I think if I remember correctly, did Hope Uzodinma not clarify that, or am I right or wrong?
Yeah, of course. Hope Uzodinma, when he was talking, somehow he said it's a political murder. That it's not doesn't have to do with IPOB.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
A politically motivated attack.
Exactly. So Hope Uzodinma invited him.
Yes.
He is the governor then, and he's still the governor. He has made the clarification that it was politically motivated, stuff. Then, so
they brought it up in the court again yesterday.
But that doesn't carry any weight at all because there's a video evidence that rebooked so obviously, they have no ground, absolutely no ground.
This one is the NSAS, where they were accusing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ordered the destruction of buses. This is the Lagos State bus that brought the hoodlums that attacked people. Look at the bus.
But you know that all these mere unfounded allegations. Because first of all,
that is why we need to replay it back.
The lawyers, bro, I'm believing that the lawyers are equipped well enough to not only rebook but reject all these unfounded accusation. Because first of all, Nnamdi Kanu did not form NSAS. He has no either physical or financial or whatever support into NSAS. It was well coordinated. There are people alive today, even in that country, that coordinated it, that they formed it, sponsored it, not Nnamdi Kanu. Now, the fact that he said something concerning it, that is just crazy. That he did not have control over neither the sponsors or the people who created it or the participants. He have absolutely no authority over the people, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So just like anybody, I can say anything, somebody can say anything, but if you don't have evidence to prove or to connect that that person is responsible, somebody can come to court and say, by somebody. He can say it, right? But that is not enough that he said it. There has to be a link, a connecting. So these are things lawyers does, you know, it's their job. Somebody in law.
That's what I'm going to do from 14th to 22.
Yeah, they have time. Yeah, they have time. They have time now to work it out and confront them because what did I want to say? You can't stay in the UK and you tell somebody go and do this just like that. No, there's just no there's no logical evidence to that effect. Anybody can say anything, but in the court of law, you have to prove beyond just a mere word, okay? Just mere word. So if you talk about self-defense, the creation of vigilante, the ESN, because that is what ESN is then, and then Nnamdi Kanu said it, that ESN is not Biafra military or any no. It's a vigilante created to defend our women, our children. You know what I mean? Which is also, even in any court of law in the world, you have right of self-defense. So trust me, bro, with these senior advocates who are in charge, there's basically no ground to, you know, to hold this man. If the zoo decide that no matter what, they've determined not to let him go, that is a different thing. It's not because he's guilty. No, because he's not guilty. He will be free in any normal judicial setting. So that is the thing. But we will be following. We'll be following them. We'll be watching how things goes. And frankly, I thought yesterday was going to be the end, but you also said it that it's very likely they won't be able to conclude it, but that is fine. So while we continue to play our part and be watching with one eye what is going on there, and I think in May also, is it not in this May or June? I don't know. The one from the PM will be coming up. Is it May?
I think it's May too. Should be this month too.
Yeah, because if you ask me, I think that these things are linked. They are connected in a way because we are dealing with some kind of conspiracy here. It may be even globally, you know. So the fact that they are holding him, Finland has allowed themselves to be used. It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that Finland allowed themselves to be put in this position. So, and I say unfortunate because we will never forget this. We will never. It don't matter what they've done in the past. We knew during the Civil War, we read it during the Civil War, the part they played, which was good. But this is when it matters the most. They fuck up. This is when it matters the most. They decide to take the, you know, so, but everything will be there for history. So, like I said, it's really sad that they've now created this maybe irreconcilable situation between them and Biafra, because as for Biafra will be actualized eventually, and history will not forget the part every, you know. So that is the situation, my brother. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for that amazing contribution. Appreciate you, my brother Greg. Are you still there? Let's hear you out.
Yeah, yes, Mazi, Juice. You know, Nigeria are master in propaganda. They know how to cook up stories and lies. Their only strategy they know is not to produce something good or achieve a good result. The only thing Nigerians know how to do is to lie. When you come in the whole world, in every country in the whole world, number one, I used to tell them, talk to some of our friends here who are from Nigeria, but from other tribes or whatever. I tell them that in every country I have met since I started going out of Nigeria, the people I met that I see the way they behave and talk about their country and their leaders and everything. The only country I have witnessed that so much hate themselves are Nigerians. That's number one. Number two, the only country that I find that they lies too much against themselves are Nigerians. The only country that I find out that they lie in every aspect of thing in life is Nigerians. So anything, but when you are saying it, some people will say, why are you talking about, you are talking down on Nigeria, or you're not seeing anything good. Yes, I remember 2000 and that should be 2000 and not 2000, 1999, when Nigeria newly returned to democracy. So I watched on CNN, when talking one German man, he went to Nigeria and he came back, he said, if somebody can survive in Nigeria, that means somebody can survive in hellfire. I never forget that this thing that man said that year, 1999. And this man, you could imagine 1999, things were still okay. That time in Nigeria, that time maybe euro, Dutch mark was about 50,000 naira exchange for Dutch mark. Because that was 1999, that was the time of Dutch mark. So, and the man was saying that if somebody can survive in Nigeria, that means somebody can survive in hellfire. So tell me, is today Nigeria not more than hellfire? That is for you to imagine the kind of country that Nigeria built itself. And from 1999 to 2020, 25, that is almost 26 years. Things continue to degenerate. No single improvement. From that time, the money was around 50, one mark was about 50 naira. To one euro now pushing to 2,000 naira. Then, if that kind of man went to Nigeria again, what will he say? So, and still, they are telling the world lie about their country. They deceive people. Look at Nnamdi Kanu is living in London, making his broadcast. Because of the evil that Nigeria continue day by day, producing only evil and lies and propaganda against themselves, against everything that if in the church propaganda, in the mosque propaganda lies, in the government propaganda lies, in the business propaganda lies, in education propaganda lies, in health propaganda lies. You cannot go to hospital now and take one injection and survive. I watched one testimony of one lady that she went to a chemist, and I don't know what she said she was having, and she went to chemist to take, the chemist man tell her that she have to give her injection. As she was trying to apply the injection, that injection was not completed. She started fainting. She cannot more, she didn't know where she was again. And the only thing she noticed was that that chemist man ran away when she started crying. You see? So, I think either the person that went there with her or whatever, they started crying that she's dying, she's dying, she's dying. People started coming. Where is the chemist man? The chemist man ran away. Nobody know where where the chemist man went. And they were looking for what they're supposed to do. Where would they carry the person that they gave injection? She fainted already. So, before they were sharing, maybe about 15-20 minutes, the chemist man come back. And they asked her, where is she? When she said she went to bring another injection that she wanted to give to the woman. She gave her that very injection. After immediately when she gave her that injection, the woman started coming back to life. She came back to life. These are the kind of system that is working in Nigeria. This man, maybe that chemist man, he don't even know what is inside the medicine he's giving to somebody that came to a patient that came to her shop. But they will write so and so name. She would thought that man might think that is exactly what is inside that medicine. Not knowing that it's a completely different thing. Or maybe you are given overdose. So this is the kind of the country. Only lies and in every aspect of thing. So when you see them lying against Nnamdi Kanu, and the point there is what Finland and the international world don't know is every single Nigerian know how to present what is good and do evil. So when they come into the war, they would tell them this is how it's supposed to be, this, that, they will believe them, just like because of all of them. If you watch all the people that is the government today, they all have one way or another been 419. Majority of them are the people who are done 419 or drug in Nigeria. Most of them that are in government. So they know the brain of the white people that when they present something that looks as if it's true, they will believe them. That is what Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa is suffering. So look at what they're presenting against Nnamdi Kanu, that somebody who lives in London and he made broadcasts. When the Nigerians organize on their own end of SARS or whatever, the protest, now they're saying that the Simon Nnamdi Kanu is the one who ginger people to go and destroy things. When they destroyed many things during the time of Abiola, many shops burned, many businesses were destroyed. Was Nnamdi Kanu present at that time? When they did it, Babangida must go, 1994, was Nnamdi Kanu in Nigeria at that time? Were many shops not destroyed or properties not destroyed? So why must it be this one that Nnamdi Kanu is telling the people that if they want to do protest, let them continue the protest until government answer to their call? That was the only message Nnamdi Kanu was giving. And now they turned the whole protest that Nnamdi Kanu was gingering people to go and steal, destroy, kill police and kill army. Why the army and the people who have started buying their citizens? Before Nnamdi Kanu started getting angry and say, when they buy you, turn and buy them. Stop when they buy you, run away. When they buy you, look for something and retaliate so that they go on defense. That is offense. Why must we encourage people to defend themselves? That is what they are trying to tell them, but they cannot use that language direct. They tell, why must we incite people or ask people to defend themselves? Let them use that language. I think that's the best language they're supposed to use. Why must you educate people to go and defend themselves when the police and the army are buying them? That is what's supposed to be. But they're using it, you are inciting people to attack the force, you are inciting people to attack the government properties. That was not what happened. So what happened was Nnamdi Kanu was encouraging people when you are protesting and they come to buy you, stop running away, because when you run, they will continue buying you. When they try to buy you, look for something and defend themselves. They are not supposed to buy you. You have to defend yourself. The job of the army and the military is not to go and buy their people. It's to defend them and protect them. That is the only sin Nnamdi Kanu committed. That is the sin Samuel Ekpa is committed. So when they are bring all those propagandas against Nnamdi Kanu, that is making a broadcast and inciting people, even when they know that those broadcasts was made in London, if they knew that Nnamdi Kanu committed offense, why didn't they go to government to government? They go to London. You know, he resides in London. They're supposed to sue him in London and then go on a normal legal way to bring him to Nigeria to judge him. But because they know he did not commit any crime, if they go to London or any part of the Western world, they will lose. Even common Kenya, they could not go and say, we will hold you in Kenya and then we will put you into legalism. Let Kenya bring you down to Nigeria legally, as we got in Kenya. They could instead, they do the what? They kidnapped him and brought him to Nigeria. That means they knew very well that he did not commit any crime. But because Nigeria is a country where elephants can fly and sheep can fly, anything can fly in Nigeria. So, and those ones that can fly, that is eagle and all those birds. When they come to Nigeria, their wings will break. They broke all their wings. They cannot more fly. Then it's only elephant that has started flying in Nigeria. But those animals that can fly, when they get to Nigeria, they will make sure that all their wings are being pieces. They put them into pieces that they cannot fly. But those ones that doesn't have wings are the one you will see on the air flying more than eagle. So that's why Nigeria is supposed to divide themselves, let every region go and try to teach their people the way they're supposed to live, the way they want them to live, and the right life, what is right in the way the human being is supposed to live. So let every Nigerian understand it, that there is no other way to make that part of the world to look good or be a place for human being to inhabit, except by dividing that Nigeria and let the Biafrans go and build themselves and try to do their works in order to sanitize their people and teach their people how human beings can live. And yeah, there's no other way other than that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for that amazing word you have just spoken. You have spoken very well, and I believe Biafrans are listening. Wherever you are listening to on this very program, I urge you to please like and share the program if you have not done so. Share this program. This evangelism is very important because there are so many people out there that are not paying attention. There are many people who are confused. There are so many who don't get the right information. That is why we are here, to make sure that everybody is informed. We want to make sure that everybody is carried along. No matter the propaganda and blackmail, we will not allow them to distract us. We'll be focused on our freedom, and on our freedom alone, we are going to focus. Remember, tomorrow is our fundraising. Tomorrow is Saturday. Tomorrow is Saturday, our fundraising. So please make sure you are part of that fundraising. And in that fundraising, it is important that you be there so that you can equally ask your question. If you have any question you want to ask, there is something that is confusing you, there is some information that is not clear to you, the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orebose, will always be there to answer those questions. Because there are certain things we cannot give you an answer to when you come to our program. It's not everything that we talk about. There are certain information that you must get directly from the Deputy Prime Minister. That is why it is good you come to that fundraising. Come and participate in the fundraising. It is not, no amount is too small. No matter how little you want to contribute, just try and join the fundraising so that you can make contributions. It is important. And again, while you come, you can ask your question. Those questions that are bothering you, maybe there are questions we are not able to solve here, or maybe there are answers we gave here that you are not satisfied with. When you come there, you get those answers. You get it directly from the Deputy Prime Minister. That is why it is important for you to join the fundraising. Very important. Remember, our Deputy Prime Minister is not somebody who shies away from questions. She attends to every single question. It doesn't matter how bad it is. It doesn't matter how, or sometimes even when we try to stop her from answering questions, she will answer you. No matter how bad that question is, she will always attend to it. That is why every one of us should try and be part of it. As we are talking about freedom, there is nothing that can guarantee freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as we speak, except Biafra. If you remember where we are coming from and where we are today, you will understand that that is the only thing that can guarantee the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Biafra. That is why I am not bothered about this issue of free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or maybe granting bail. This bail, when I hear it sometimes, it doesn't move me. It doesn't move me. It doesn't move me because I know what it means when you talk about bail. Just like the idiots who are talking about the political solution. I know what all that means. When they say it, when they talk about bail in Nigeria, you should know what it means. And when you hear political solution, you should know what it means. You shouldn't be moved by all that. You shouldn't stop doing what you are doing because of that. But some of us limit our mind on bail. That when Mazi Nnamdi granted bail, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is granted bail, the journey begins. The main journey will now start. The main journey will now start. You saw what they did before when they granted him bail. You saw what they did in his home. In broad daylight, they don't. The people we are dealing with are pharaohs. They don't care. They don't even care what the world will say. They don't obey international law. They don't obey human rights law. They don't care. They can do anything and get away with it. You can imagine a man who their constitution said that if you try him, you are a terrorist. They are still trying him. A man who their own constitution said that they don't have the jurisdiction to try him. They are still trying him. Even when he have won his case, they boldly told him to go and start again from the beginning. The only thing that can guarantee our freedom, our safety and security is Biafra, the United States of Biafra. That is why you have to continue to support the United States of Biafra under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Eba, and on the supreme command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the leadership of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Nnamdi Kanu. There is no other choice, no other shortcut. There is no shortcut you can pass except this. No matter how difficult it is, we must have to continue to do what we have to do to see that we get our freedom. And very soon, every one of us will pray and we will rejoice. So we are almost 3 hours on the program, and I'm going to be rounding up now so that we can be able to prepare for other issues that we are going to deal with. Thank you so much for joining those who join us on all corners, those who are supporting, sharing, and liking. Please continue to share. Continue to share. You see, yesterday when we were having program yesterday, we have good number of people watching, but today you see they brought it down again. So you have to help and share. If this information must go far, you must engage in sharing. Partake in sharing, be part of the sharing of the information so that everybody will get this information. If you don't share, the social media network doesn't help us to promote our program. Instead, they make it compounded. They make us look small. So the only way we can overcome them is by your support. So please try as much as possible to support the best way you can. So let us go on our closing remark. In our closing remark, let's hear from our beloved sister, Divine Precious. You are still there. Give us your closing remark as we round up on the program to continue from tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, Mazi.
You're welcome.
I don't have much than there is a place my brother said about it's not right to when I was saying my prayers, I used to call somebody. You know, that was, I would call it a Nigerian mentality then, or Zoo mentality. After all, now I am not even, I am just on my own. I just focus on my God and seeing Biafra as my religion. So the issue there, the only thing that I will advise anybody listening to me now is that it's just a kind of misunderstanding. Because how I take it to be now is that you see anything that is good has bad side of it. Anything that is bad has good side of it. But the problem is how you use it. Forget about the way we understanding that when you say Ekwensu, everybody is running. It's just a kind of ignorance of the reality. I'll use fire as an example. Fire is a very good thing. It depends on how you use it or what you use that fire for. If you misuse it, it gives you destruction. If you use it right, it gives you energy and gives you power. That's just how it's just misunderstanding. It's just ignorant. When I say the spirit of A can call at the same time, when you say Holy Ghost, why are you firing it? Does it concern you? Face your own. Leave the other one for them. Even that they call you, when you use it for good, it will do good for you. When you ask it to do bad for you, do bad. Just the misunderstanding is you use it for bad, and you not conclude that anything that you see out of it is bad. It's just like this fire that I use as an example. If you take fire to be bad, then don't use it to cook. Don't on light. It's all of them are the same thing. Well, they are working in different ways. So based on even when people will tell you that God did not create evil. Where did evil then come from? You choose for yourself which one you want to be. And the same thing is applicable of what we are passing through now. When you see people, when they are saying, we want peace, come, let us unite, come, let us unite. Though people who doesn't want to be sincere to themselves, they can never repent. Allow them to choose what they want for themselves. And for them who are righteous, and for them who knows the right thing and stand with truth, stand your ground. Because when you are trying to bring the other who doesn't want to come here or doesn't want to utilize that good thing that God has given to that person, instead of using something for good, you're using your energy for bad instead of for good. Then it's a mistake to say, oh, come, let us have peace. When you see that this person doesn't want to utilize the peace, you are using instead of the peace, you are turning it to another thing. So what I am saying in effect is that as we are planning for whatever that we are doing, both the one we will go for in Washington, D.C., this ending of this month, I pray that God will make everything to work well, so that it will be for our own benefit, for the glory of Chukwu Okadian, because all these things, the evil one will be doing their own, while the good ones will be doing their own. And all I'm praying is that those that are doing it out of ignorance will repent and begin to do the needful. And for them that are still like watching to see when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or our PM will come out, we realize that it's not that thing that they are hoping for. It's what will give us what we want, but by doing the needful. And to them that will help, just as our leader said, he wants 100 men. And even out of that 100 men, he just got one. And that one have served perfectly well, more than what even that 100 would have done. The same thing is what I'm praying now, that God will see, that this spirit will see penetrate people who will help this our DPM to finish the remaining one, so that everything will end up to be for the glory of Chukwu Okadian. So I will conclude it by saying, and you too, you all the media warriors that have been doing their possible best, that this effort will never go, it will never be in vain. The little effort you are putting out will continue to bear more fruits every day and days till our intention come to reality. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my sister. We appreciate you for that very submission. My brother Greg, let's hear from you. Go ahead, take the mic. Closing remark.
Yeah, Mazi, thank you so much. I thank this, my sister. And I just want to encourage the Biafrans to keep on doing the good work. Encourage yourself in anything concerning Biafra and do not be intimidated. And never look back, neither or fall back. For going back is death. And do not mind them in any way. Just continue having your focus in what you are doing, as long as you are convinced that what you are doing is what will bring you victory and freedom. Never look back. Continue supporting and engage yourself in what is on the board. And encourage all the media and all the cabinets and every Biafrans and those that don't even know what is going on. Encourage them to get up and do not let them feel intimidated. Do not let them be discouraged, because once they see like those things that people start bringing up people's picture or encouraging to deal with any of your brother or sister, some of them out of discourage, that will discourage many of them. They will say, this is not what they think the Biafra is all about. Biafra is all about tolerance. Biafra is all about love. Biafra is all about endurance. Biafra is all about courage and contributing in anywhere you can. Anyhow, it doesn't matter how little. Make sure you put it there. Nobody will call you idiot or stupid man. Why are you bringing this little? No. This government is a government with respect. This government is the government that have human feeling and know that it is not easy for anybody. So whatever you have, make sure you come on board and do the needful. Do not be discouraged and do not think about those people. only think about imagine every day how it will be if Biafra come tomorrow. That is only what's supposed to always be in our brain. Thank you, Mazi, choose for this opportunity. And may God bless you and continue strengthening you and all the media all over the world, and strengthen all the cabinet, and especially the men on the uniform, the Biafra armies. May God be their courage, and may God sustain them and protect them, and give them unity, not to sabotage each other. That is our prayer and our conclusion today. Thank you, and may God bless you, and bless Biafrans.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for that amazing and wonderful conclusion. I appreciate every Biafran that have joined us on this program, those who are in the comment section commenting and those who are not commenting, everyone that have joined us today, those who are sharing. Please, if you have not yet shared, share the program. If you are not following the platform, please subscribe and also touch your notification bell so that you'll be notified when we come online. I appreciate every one of you, and I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every Biafran, wherever you may be. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will be your guide, be your protector, be your savior. Please make sure you are part of fundraising tomorrow. It is very, very important. There is no excuse to give. Make sure you are there. And when you are there, you will also have the opportunity to ask your question. You also have the opportunity to ask questions to the Deputy Prime Minister. Whatever question you have, it will be solved. If there's any doubt you are having, it's an opportunity for you also to clear your doubt. So wherever you are, I urge everyone to continue to do what they have to do to make sure that we get to where we need to go. I see my brother Maxwell is just coming, and I'm just making the closing remark, and brother Maxwell is coming, so let me give him time. But Max, just say a word to us and let's round it up.
Yes, so thank you so much, Mazi Chicks, and good morning to every Biafran, wherever you might be. May God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, my Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, and those that are pioneering the affairs of the United States of Biafra. I'm so sorry that I came in late, but I will make it snappy. There is nothing much I will tell you people, other than to just continue to pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. God knows the reason why he placed his hands on him to carry on this job. It's a difficult task, but God knows the reason why he has given him the authority to do it. There is nothing any of us would do if Chukwu Okike Abiama did not sanction it. We can only work with the works of Chukwu Okike Abiama. That is what we are going to work on. And the only thing we owe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is to, and the Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, is to continue to work on the path that they laid for us. And God will do the rest for them. And I assure you, by the grace of God, irrespective of how bad, how sinful I am, I believe that at the end of this journey, this trial, the persecution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he will laugh. He will laugh best. He will have the last laugh, and he is going to be the beneficiary of that good laugh. So I urge each and every one of you, wherever you are, the journey is too far, and nobody knows where it is going to end. But only God, Chukwu Okike Abiama, knows where the journey he asks us to commence will end. Continue to do whatever that you have to do, humanly possible, and the rest will be done by our Chukwu Okike Abiama, who we believe in. I love you all, and I remain, as always, you are little Okene, you are ugly Okene in the little beautiful city of Bolgatanga region. I love you all. Thank you so much.
I love you too. Thank you so much, my beloved brother Max. We appreciate you. Thank you for giving us your time, always coming to say hi and make your contributions. We appreciate you, and may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to bless you. And let's go to, I think we have someone else who just came in now, Amuche. Let's hear from you, Amuche. Amuche, unmute yourself. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, thank you very much, brother. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon from here. I'll be trying to enter. They always they take me. This time I succeeded.
Sometimes it's like
I hope
that.
you see me when I hope you see me when I
Yeah,
enter.
I saw you when you came in before. I was just searching and I couldn't find you anymore. I saw when you came
They
in.
throw me out. Since
That's
that day
how
I
it is.
speak, that day, I can't even get your notification there. Since that day I spoke there. You remember that I speak?
Yeah.
You remember? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the great work you are doing. Thank you because you believe the same thing I believe. Because you see this thing, when you are in the spirit, I wonder why people cannot understand. When you're in the spirit, you will know what is going on. You understand? And when you come to Biafra platforms, I don't ask questions. You understand? Because I'm deputed into this freedom. You understand? Because at my age, there's nothing, what I understand, there's nothing like freedom. You understand? There's nothing like freedom. Building house or chasing all manner of things, all these beautiful things. Without freedom, it's nothing. You understand? Many of us are in abroad today. We try to fight at home and build house. I do one or the other. A house that you cannot live. A house where somebody, a rat-tag human being, will come and tell you, it will decide for you, say today is the end of your life. It decides how many days, how many months, how many years you should stay on earth. That's a country many of us have said we should fight and keep. Sometimes it baffles me. I don't know how most of our people think, especially those in abroad, and they stay with life 24/7. Guru 20. Okay, now let me give an example. Now, all year, tell me the Europe, and let's remove Russia. Yeah, let's remove Russia. No way. Then tell me this other side, like you mentioned Britain, you mentioned Italy, and the rest. Do they have oil? They don't have oil. But have you ever heard that there's oil scarcity, petrol scarcity?
No way.
But where is coming from? Where God Almighty deposited it? Where a garden of Eden. Every day there's oil scarcity. Since I entered here to date, the oil is 1 point something cents euro. 1 euro point something cent euro up to today. For how many years? But the zoo, when you want to buy ordinary liter, 1 liter, then you have to carry truck of money to go and buy. But sometimes they tell you fuel is not there. Look how all these are people staying abroad. They understand all these things. They understand all these things. There's no good road, no ordinary fiber water. Our people drink peace and shit. Yet they are supporting one Nigeria. And they are supporting one. Can somebody just tell me? I'm not getting it at all. I'm not getting it. That's why you see that when you go to a dog state, I'm always angry with them. Do you understand me? One, this is the reason I'm angry with them. Go and ask those elders. Go and ask them, those elders there that have a grown-up daughters and sons. Go and ask them. Now, is there any man coming to pay bride price for their daughter again? They don't ask questions why all these things happening. Their daughter is scattered everywhere in North Africa. They don't ask them question why is all this thing happening. Go at those states, when you go there, they are the most poorest. I clear from there. I'm telling you the truth. Now, when we measure freedom, they'll be talking rubbish. Many of them will be talking rubbish. Many. We talk of sit at home. They say, it's only Igbo. Igbo. Who tell you it's only Igbo? Who tell you? I'm not a Biafra. Who are you? Who are you? I keep on asking them these questions. The time of election, when we're voting, referendum, this is what we have been asking for a very long time. Referendum. Many of them fought me because I was one of the officers helping people to vote. You understand? They fought me. Do you know the question? They asked me silly questions. Questions that don't make sense. These are elderly, some elderly people. some youth too. Do you understand? So now my happiness today that Biafra already declared, we are not looking for it again. Biafra is here. What me I want to say here is this, that you see our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, my savior. That's what I see him to be. You understand? Not the one they gave us by paper, by written. You understand? People gave me Bible, gave me what's it called? Savior. Say this is a man, they save me, this and that and that and that and that. My brother, I didn't see nothing. The one I know now is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is one I know as a savior. Not that one they write that. The same people that gave you that thing as the one killing you. Today, our people cannot reason, but there are men in Europe here. They can't reason. They cannot reason. They can't reason. The same people. Where are the people that last week said, hey, black pope? I said our people are foolish. I'm sorry for that word. And that's what they are. That's what they are. I have no apology when it comes to this freedom because I put my life there. I can't go back. Before I came to understand that there's nothing like freedom in this world. See our people building house. You see somebody, your neighbor, they kill your neighbor being killed now. You get to say, they burn his shop, kill the neighbor. You say, thank God that it's nothing happened to my shop. Look at what Mabi is saying in the zoo. Then you told me that place, it worked for Mabi to live. Is that what people are telling me? Your neighbor just be killed now. The shop be destroyed. You are still clamoring for the same place to stay? That you love the place? That you love the place? That's what our people is telling me. Not even that, they even tell me to call them a human being, to address them as a human being, normal human being. Tell me, how will I address them as a normal human being? Since they cannot reason. Yeah? My brother, when you are gone, when you more than 40 years, you will know what it means by freedom. When we call freedom. Look at it. How many of us can post off ID card? How many of us? National ID card. If it's not forged, and for even their president, they forge their, does he have? He doesn't have. National ID card doesn't have. National ID card that can defend. He don't have. But all these people here, all of us saying about them, we see the people that defend their national ID card. Do we have? No. And this opportunity for me to have one. Somebody is telling me what? Yeah? About 2 weeks ago now, when I just got a message now from our Biafra, that's ID card department. They sent me a message that you get patient that my ID card will soon be ready. I was happy. My first time for me to hold a ID card I call my own, that I can defend anytime with my own language. Now, permit me, let me salute our leaders, please. Permit me. And I will speak our language if you permit me. Can I go, sir?
Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead. You are free.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for guest. Thank you very much. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I see him as my savior because he's the one, somebody who come to give life. Because they are lying against us. That Jesus come to give us life. He died for us to live. He do this for us to live. But me, I'm not seeing it. Because once we pray, there are all those churches in the zoo. You see how people are dying? They can't defend. Me, I'm surprised that one of the pastors, he just came as join us now. He said self-defense. What they call it? I don't know. What they call it. They went in Abuja. He just wake up. But him, since he says something for the tell us, he said what they should write and defend themselves. I salute him for that. Then let me continue insulting the other ones that refuse to say so, the big ones. I will keep on insulting them until they will wake up.
I hope he's serious. Not tomorrow now he begin to promote P2B.
My dear brother, these people, I don't know the word to. In fact, you've even said it before. Say you can. These are the people you cannot trust. Anybody give a life or trust to a Nigerian, that person is gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. Instead of you to give yourself to somebody who calls himself a Nigerian, don't surrender yourself, give Satan. Satan, I'm telling you, between me and God, we did Biafra freedom. Satan will protect you. I'm telling you. You will know because Satan will know that it's true to you willingly surrender your life. But Satan and Nigerians are chameleon. They can change anytime. Don't look at the case, what they're doing, what they're doing. They can change. They can change. But before I forget, that picture that you just played, that's a good luck, please. And let us make sure everything circulates all the media. Let us keep that thing busy for media, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I greet you. Our supreme leader, I greet you. DPM mommy, I greet you. Long life. You see, our people, they don't understand what this mommy have done for us. They don't understand. God. It's somebody. This is what we have been fighting for. And this is the reason our leader is there. This is the reason they hold our PM, Udo. You understand? If somebody stood, he said, no, this cannot die. He said he cannot die. He vowed. He said he cannot die. Then people are not telling me to go against her. Oh God, hey, I don't understand. I salute you wherever you are. I salute you. I wish you long life. You will live to fulfill the number of your years. Mommy, I love you. Biafra, you must enter. Any minor woman that did great for you, that great will swallow them. Any pig they keep for you, they will swallow them.
You see?
Except the one that point the right finger, the true finger towards you, will survive. Anyone that point evil finger for you, I tell you, that evil finger will go back to them.
You see?
In 100-fold.
You see?
Thank you very much. Mommy, we love you. I love you from here, from bottom of my heart. I can't go back. I can't go back. Udo! Udo! I love you. Udo! I love you. I love you. I will follow you to the end. Till we get to the end. All of us will enter this our glorious land. I love you wherever you are. Now, Iliesan, me I don't live agwa any me amucha time. Yeah, obviously making. Obu eni malaluya. Oba daje mi no sunu in Nigeria. Obu ni ataweje in Nigeria yourself. Nigeria yourself. Bareka APC. Adam Oshomole. Why bareka le? Where the people where Nigeria one Nigeria backing. Vale Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kan, vale Samuel Pa kan, vale Dr. Ngozi Oraveze COS valo kan. Yege ilida ni mamon. Ene temata. Ori agbo. Are opano. Ata. In Nigeria ni bareka. Iba soleka o iba ade ba Mario Lebobwe. In Nigeria, you won't survive it. In Nigeria, you won't survive it. Bagi biba. Ibiba no ko alebo. Jayeje. Ya gbera beka. O me nenu. Whatever go talk wala even ipe aneribo me mi nenu. O me mi nenu. Na tani freedom. Ni mo mbiare mu palo. Ìgbèmí bá ti àbákẹ́dò ó dẹ̀ báyìí nọ ó dẹ̀ríbọ́ bàmú dẹ̀ nọ mẹ́. Ìwé ìbàṣẹ sábọ̀ ìwé mọ́ ọ̀nà ẹ̀wọ̀n mẹ́nà ìkì àbọ̀ kankan bá ìsàbọ̀ dìkì àbọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ jẹ́ bá ìsàbọ̀ dìkì àbọ̀ wíkì àbọ̀ bàkì bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣùnú mẹ́gbẹ́gẹ̀gẹ̀ sẹ́fà rẹ̀ pàlọ́ bá nà ẹ̀ mọ́. Ìwé tìfà ìwé dò ìgòdò mi ìgòdò ìwà mẹ́lẹ́gbọ̀n. Beshunu. In Nigeria, ba sure in Nigeria. One Nigeria. No in Nigeria making. In Nigeria say Runiba. Boss say Runiba. I'm never more. I'm a support that neighbor. I just fit I Muniba. See, a cook your basket to bear money. Osomole di bareka ekugbo gbere mani as a leader as a governor ekugbe ori House of Assembly bọ́ọ̀lù in
modern ni ba mu fe ma ni na bi modern selu bo selu upo ba ta me mi sọ̀rọ̀ olupo de abi omo mi ni ba mo gba u paribo abi hospital mu ni ba be mu ni ba na gwa be sit at home va e ta wa e di monde bi e de ba be no ye ba ma lo ba be ba ma ka Mazi Nnamdi Kanu va mo ori anu dario be do re be ba mo e na mu jani ba o yes amepa u do ori ba mo ba me ma sabo mu ja o DPM na to gogo do to go do da bo e serious o se ma ori ba mo ba mo wa mo no o ta me no ma tell me freedom ni ma ye wu wa we ke ba gba lo bí bá ìgbọ̀lọ́ wà gbọ̀nà bí wà gbọ̀lọ́ bá dá o máa tẹ̀lé fídíò wà wẹ́ẹ́dọ̀ wà gbọ̀lọ́ ní ẹjí lábàkí ọ̀zẹ́ kọ́mẹ́ nọ̀nọ̀sọ̀ kẹ́kẹ́ náà rẹ̀ mùtẹ́ bọ́ọ̀lù ọmọ mi àrígò ìjọba àbàrẹ̀ má gbọ̀lẹ̀ bọ́ náà ní jẹ́rọ àgbẹ̀lẹ́jẹ́ fìjìnàtẹ̀ jẹ́rọ àgbọ̀lẹ̀ rẹ̀ ẹ yí ìsàkọ̀wé sí àgbọ̀lẹ̀ rẹ̀ afẹ́mà yẹ́jẹ́ ìgbésẹ́bà de terror. We are not Muslim. I will say it now you Muslim. Anything Muslim should not be discussing our USB platform. My Gualale. We can't mingle with that thing. We come with truth. My Gualale. Obwen Malalo ya. In Muslim problems in Nigeria. I don't know. Any of you that went to open up for them, let me tell you, you will not bring those terrorists in our land. Because as you are living there, you are living inside Biafra. Don't let them tell you all those things they are telling you is a lie. USB, it's called USB. United States of Biafra. My declare for open of Beran in November. My declare. Why you go for move? Everywhere contribution. You want donating go freedom. Freedom no. Right, everywhere Saturday we must follow. And every Monday, 19 ago, again 7 hours. Near the Bolivar. By a hour. That's your airport, sorry. Sit at home. Polatio, by a hour, the mother, you Igbo. Hey, Yaropa. Where is Igbo, Biafra? Jẹ́gẹ̀ ìdìgbò màkì, ìdìgbò orí màkì. Ìdìgbò ọ̀pá ìmàrẹ́bẹ̀kì. Wáyé jẹ́ fẹ́ọ̀gẹ̀ máa bà. Ẹni ní máa gbọ̀lọ̀, bẹ́ẹ̀ máa gbọ̀nà. Ìbí àfọ́pá rẹ̀ níbà. Ìbí àfọ́pá. Èjì bá rẹ̀ mi fẹ́ rí bọ̀. Dé Nàìjíríà, wọ́n dájẹ́ mi ló ṣùnù. Ègbọ̀lẹ̀bọ̀. Ìgọ́mẹ́nà gbọ́lẹ̀bọ̀ bá yà àtàrí come and help us. Wọ́n àtàrí gọ́mẹ́nà gbọ́lẹ̀bọ̀. Ẹ̀gẹ̀ sẹ́bà rẹ̀ pàlọ́ bá tẹ̀rọ. Ìmàrẹ́ mọ̀ tẹ̀rọ. Vamos rekin Biafra. Vamos paloy o pama de reki. Va gebo se de fioge maba. Obwene na fioge. Obwene mala ulo. Obwene mala roya. Eje se ma rewe no. Ere se ma rewe ma gwalo. Oba bini va rekan. Oba bini probani babon. Oba bini ni notolu. Oba bini o ki o tore befo. Oba bini o muna bi Nigeria. Obi Nigeria no, eje obi ma. Eje se ko re pale mani. Va me we. Hibiasan. Meta marada ebele. Ubiaja. Epon. Igbake ebi ani mewe onije. Ebele opa na rebeki ewo kibi. Opa na rebeki. Aki ko da setoma. Imarebe opa maki igwede. Uromi ọ̀pá àmàrẹ́bìkì àmẹ́tàmàwà èjì terrorist ẹ̀rìbọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ní ẹyẹ ẹ̀rìbọ̀ èjì ẹ̀rí ẹ̀rìbọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ sẹ́ bá rẹ̀ terror bá rẹ̀ kẹ́ minimal bá yẹ wẹ́ no I'm not a Biafra bá yẹ sá don't ever say that again ayẹ tọ́ mi yẹ yá jọ́ tuntun kẹrì ònù gbẹ́dẹ̀ mẹ́yì Biafra bí ó wí gbóná no bá yẹ sẹ́rìọ̀ bá yẹ táì ẹgbẹ́ sẹ́ bá rẹ̀ pàlọ́ ìmàrẹ́bẹ̀ náà. If you don't know or some man or some maybe was no, we everywhere. Well now, because everywhere or when we are cooking go, everywhere you school for, any winner, he said, well, no, you have to. Let me tell you, that thing they put there, they call it church. It is not church. All of us are Christian, but that thing, that system is not working for us. Well now, I'm saying in English so that everybody will hear. That system, and we now, that church way. Yeah, yes, sue the mama about help way. Sue the mama guan, or say guan, eke we say bolo, or say guan, adi adebo yoro guan, or a debi yo look for where over guan, Christian yoko no guan, one more car where guan, where I guan, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu palo, or pano bi same palo, I don't palo, who go, I don't palo. And they say where they tell her, we are a minimata. Mama, who not as well you. And let me tell you, or many neighbor to self-defense. Self-defense. Wherever Nikki, that means it makes your better. Ain't no dog, but where we bought her. Ain't no dog, but no more. The most is the where we bought no ya. Well, now, you near there. Able to self-defense at you, self-defense at you. Ain't no dog, but when no body dog, but where we buy ya. Well, now, or maybe the government was ever said to do. Or where survival whistle. Well now, if I or get back to them about your Twitter, naturally yes. Why to do about a DPM? But to go to the crazy. Why they carry me? Why they carry me? Why they lie me not you? Why in the way? Why biamo? Metuba, metuba. If yes, I could be a cocoa metuba. Men live agree, me ma kwa ba o. Mo hwe no ma roza na agwa. Ba biomo, imare Biafra ma debeki. Ba biomo. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Udo. I love you. My brother, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you with all the love from my heart. Thank you for allowing me to speak to our people. Thank you very much. I love you. I love you from bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. I stop here. Thank you. Hello, are you there? Hello?
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Sorry, I was muted. I didn't know I was muted. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that amazing, and wonderful contribution. May Chukwu Abiyama continue to guide and protect you. You have spoken well. And we really, really appreciate you. Thank you for your contribution. Feel free to come on anytime, any day. The platform belongs to you. This platform is for the Biafran people. No matter your dialect, no matter your location, no matter your religion, feel free to come. I am just here managing the platform. It belongs to Biafrans. Thank you so much for pouring out your heart, my beloved brother. I say, may Chukwu Abiyama continue to guide and protect you, secure you, give you more wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and strength to continue to fight on until we get to the destination. When you see somebody who has the Biafran spirit in them, you don't need to talk much. You don't need to push it. When they speak, you will understand. You will feel it inside you. The interpretation will come to you. Direct, it will be touching to your heart. Thank you, my beloved brother. And everybody that watched us today, I appreciate every one of you. Please like and share this video wide. Share it. This radical evangelism, that is the only way we can be able to push our message. Please like and share. Thank you so much. May Chukwu come and guide and protect all of us. Guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oraweze. May Chukwu come and guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa-Njoko. May Chukwu come and guide and protect our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. See you again tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Abiyama. Stay blessed.
This is from Biafrans Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their life for us, those who died, that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no longer them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I thought that remember when me tell you say I thought that yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you go like a papa nuku. But them we go niro. Me tell you what I look pandi what pandi samiro. Me tell you what I day. For me that from the rest of man I tell you what I do. Me never give up. Me tell them
I want to promise you something today. We must fight together. No retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafra. May your soul rest in peace.
And I look up to the sky with tears in my eyes. For other Biafrans and for freedom and to die. We will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, we'll never be apart. They fought for our freedom. They died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front. Without food, without guns. For our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes. We want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not then? They will remain indelible in my heart. Forever, 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 and never, and never, and never.
We serve in your plantation. And the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation.
We play in a history that the death of our people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now? If not you, you died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes, so I'm following you.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause we to be a cast, and it to be a us if we did not retire.
They paid the ultimate price. They died for me, for the freedom of my unborn child. We live for the legacy.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes.
and conquer us. Yeah, you know what it is. We must revenge, and we must stand to represent who we are.
Na wana na bose vive na kiti enu na tulaje bwana mabuli vemelema Atibe kuena tulane bovo Timalugo no nugo do koko do nyano be hule Nani mona tunilu Na ya kalakala kwa lerinu mwangulu Ngula matali waso jere futa mbaka njuba diali Kama abulezi okwenu Na baka la keluego nezi enwe Nuboti akala keluego nudezi Baka na baba nenu waralu nunuteyi Umu Biafra kunyenwe Umu Biafra kunyenwe Unanu kwa ni mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe Ono nenu lila tono na nagulugu seji tono nugu banataye Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makana nyuko no 1 million no we bofu wa mabulezi okwe Naka ni kwata milake pa wacha sienyi ka kesu ezo pabule be wero tamano Umu Biafra kuyenwe Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makalo fobi abakama Nana nugo noe Biafra na bekele umunina Nkabo nkanyi Mwadati na ijele wanyi bekele bi Akwage bulu kwekene na fando to Biafra is our hope And the Biafra is our religion God in a water cheers a moon or be born ye Wesley I can argue I don't know what you quote Ikemba one of Biafra land in Mongwem. The one area Kalaya Diko. My phone the moji the baby the beach and the Mongwem. I was a good word in my libonine. The word in my love Biafra. To make what you cool. Papa gisi kana logi Philippe Efyong Abuzi kwa mwake kuloku wekusi okusi na Biafra yekunye Na yabu Biafra ya tulugo wenata Unabulu na yabu Biafra ekuigo Loko guli mwatana kanane ele Abagisi kana logo nyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Amadike Biafra kedebe nolika Amadike Biafra bianulo
For the simple reason, he has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of
Pagibo foye tilindilo badamula
hunis accused from my case and cannot try my case. are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to NJC for personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. They told them this is what happens. Nobody wants to do it. That's the problem. They sent her to my case. So they can
Biafran government they know the exile cabinet. Biafran Liberation Army Umuchukwu. The angels of Biafra land the great oracles of Biafra the Prime Minister H.E. Mazi Simon Weber. A good legacy will last forever, my believer, and the remembrance of my bless you.